Hello.
Why do I come on looking like the lady, the Eddie Murphy character from Professor?
I don't know. What you mean? What Eddie Murphy character?
The Cletus, come in, Cletus. I'm a that lady.
I don't know. I don't know what you got going on. They got nothing to do with me. Our screen is frozen on this side, so we're gonna just. I don't know. We listen, y'all. We're doing the best we can. We fix one thing and another thing happened, but that's all right. We here.
I even said, hey, and I know this ain't. I know that I'm not blaming this on you.
It sounds like you get.
I'm not blaming this on you, but I'm like, hey, do you need to go set up? And you're like, everything's straight. And it was like I'm just bringing up context here.
Yeah, because I could not foresee that our screen on this side would be frozen.
Why'd you put that over there?
I don't know. I didn't want it on my lid. I could not tell that until we go live. So there's nothing I could have done about this. So we just have to hope that it fixes itself.
Wow, this is gonna.
But anyway, here we are. Welcome back. It's another Thursday. I hope you guys can at least hear us. Which I know you can because I heard ourselves. Welcome back.
It is Thursday again.
It is Thursday again.
One thing that can be a fact.
Well,
it is Thursday.
I have something planned, so hopefully it works out. I don't know now. Like we had a new segment we was gonna debut for y'all, but I have my little intro set up for it, everything. Hopefully it works.
Is that what did it?
Let's see who's in the house.
I feel like that was a valid question.
How would I know that, Brandon?
I don't. But it was a valid. No, please, no.
We're back. I hope you all are doing well. Part two. Take two. Yes.
Is it safe to come back?
Come back.
Is it safe?
I don't know why you left. Come back. Let's see who's in the house tonight. We have Sit with C. She said, hey, almost forgot it was Thursday. Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Miss Lady D is here. Hello, Miss Lady D. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate
thank you for being a member.
Absolutely. Kathy B is here. She's saying, hey, Parkers.
Hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member.
Absolutely. Let's see here. We have On the Go with YOLO. Hey, YOLO.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member.
And let's see. Prince Daniel is here. Hey, Prince Daniel, how are you?
Thank you for being here. And let's go.
Let's go. Thank you for being in the premiere earlier today, too. To everybody. Almost everybody we just mentioned was in the premiere earlier. So we appreciate it. Let's see here. Who is this? Oh, YOLO speaking to everybody in chat. Such a good member. Hey, Parkers will go in chat. Took a nap. I gotta wait for it to catch up. There you go. Took a nap so that maybe I can hang with y'all tonight. Well, we hope so, Shiro. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Kathy B is laughing. Hey, everyone. Marilyn, Mel, Tibbs. How are you today? We hope you are doing well.
I'm trying to see your name. Think about in the heat of
the night. Tibbs.
Yes.
Not the grandma.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm not going to be able to see it until.
Yeah. Johnson. Yeah. How are you? We hope you are doing well. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
And let's see. Carmelyn for the win is here. Hey, Carmelyn, how are you?
Hey, Carmelyn, thank you for being here.
Greetings from hot Texas, says the Cruiser Max.
It's hot here.
It is hot.
I can't imagine what it's doing. These days, it seems like it's either storming in Texas or it's 127 degrees.
Absolutely.
Can you bring this down so I can see?
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go. Let's see here. We can see you fine. Good. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. This I'm gonna have to go back over to Restream. I'll be trying to give Streamlabs a chance, man. I do because I really like them. But they're not doing what I need them to do. If we go back to Restream, Dino Hop is gone. Well, y'all ain't hopping tonight no way, so it make no difference. I'm just saying. So we might be going back to Restream. So, wow. We got through that fast. So today we did the full movie premiere of the NCL Viva, and I know that we are in the middle also of the Sky video series, but we're kind of doing this to catch up, A, and B, to kind of give me a chance to have some respite from editing. I just needed a little break. And plus, because of the way that the Viva series has to be edited, which
Sky.
means,
Sky.
I'm sorry, Sky. Because of the way the Sky series has to be edited, which means we both have to be able to sit down and do the commentary. Then I have to edit it together. I kind of needed that break. So that's why we're going back and playing catch up with the movies. Because somebody did ask, were we going to do a recap of the Sky? And it's there. It's going to show up. We see it showed up over there. But yeah, it's there. We just can't see it on this end. Yeah, so hopefully, oh, look at you being gracious. That was so nice of you. Hopefully that'll give us time to catch up. And yeah, I was trying to wait until about 7:30 before I got into this segment. So any questions that you guys have about the Viva series, if anyone missed it the first go around, this is actually the time to go back and check it out, see about anything that you missed. And I know we have some new people here on the channel that did not get to see that, so I'm glad that that you guys showed up for it. We appreciate it. If you guys do not recall on that series, that was the one where I actually flew alone and met my mom and my sister in Tiny Cruiser in Miami, where I proceeded to get sick from another passenger on the plane because I had a layover that I missed in Charlotte, not due to my fault. It was the fault of the airlines, but I missed. And then I got put on another flight that had maybe 15, 20 people on it. And the guy sat behind was sick and he just coughed the whole flight and I ended up getting sick. So that was fun. That was fun.
Well, let it be a lesson to one and all.
What was the lesson?
Don't sit behind. Don't sit
How
behind.
was I supposed to know the man was sick? How was I supposed to know that? Let's see. Marjorie, hello. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here. What was the best thing you... Let's see here. Sorry. What was the best thing I ate on the Viva? I'm a breakfast person, and I would have to say they have like this really thick, like sourdough bread French toast that's really, really good. And now when we do Carnival and I do C-Day brunch, I really love their French toast. Like that's my favorite thing. So that was very much in comparison to the Carnival's French toast. But I think the best dining food we had was on the last night. I think I ended up doing like surf and turf that night, which was free. And it was really good. Like the steak was really good. It was tender. It was like almost pork tender. Like that's how good it was. You know, it's hard to get pork tender steak on a cruise ship, and the lobster was really good. So the food on the Viva was completely different than the food on the Sky. I know they're both NCL, and I know the Sky's an older ship, but I was really going in because we did the Viva first. I was really going in thinking, oh, this food gonna be fire. Like, I'm telling Brandon how good the food on the Viva was. We got to the Sky, and it was not. It was just not the same food. So not even down to the local. Like the local was completely different than it was on the Viva. So
it was not good.
Yeah,
I was thoroughly disappointed because she had talked up the food.
Yeah,
and they made her look like a bald faced hog.
What? Not me. They just did discredit themselves.
They made you look like a bald faced hog.
They did. They really did, because I really did talk that food up. Thank you so much, Carmelyn. And Yellow said, "Take your mask." Yeah, now I'm really to the point where I'm almost like I'm not gonna lie, I hated the mask era, but it was almost the point of like, on planes, I still pack them in my backpack because of that cruise, because I got sick on that flight. So I still have them in my backpack, and I really do need to get back to wearing them on the planes, because I guarantee you, if you're going to get sick, it's going to be on your way to the cruise. It ain't never like if you're going to get sick from somebody, it's going to be on your way to the cruise. So I know I need to do better about packing my, like actually putting on my mask, because I have a backpack full of masks right now. I just never put them on, and it's like getting too comfortable again.
You remember they were like the mask is to protect you, it's to protect the other person, not you.
Right.
So it's like unless not everybody, but unless like the person who's obviously sick wearing a mask,
it's doing no good.
It may be like a slight deterrent, but maybe it's not a full deterrent.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I think for like placebo effect, wearing the mask is probably good. Yeah.
Carmelin said, "Yeah, I'm surfing turf." Yeah, the surfing turf was really good, and of course, it had to be my version of it because I can't eat shrimp. So the lobster was really, really good, and like I said, the steak was amazing. We ended up sitting behind a lady on the last night, and she brought, like, I guess because so many people in her crew brought bottles of wine, she didn't even have enough to drink, so she was just like passing out bottles of wine. So she passed us a bottle of wine. Mom's like, "I'll take it." I'm like, "When are you going to drink this wine? We ready to go." Like, why you take that wine? We ready to get off this ship.
What did she do with it?
She was like, "Oh man," but she took it. So I don't know what she did. I can't remember if we drank it or not. Because like I said, by that point, I was just ready to get off the ship and go home. Like, I just did not feel good. But I definitely kept my distance from people. I did at that point. I was still carrying like tests in my bag, so I did take a test and make sure I was good, because I was in the cabin with Tiny Cruiser, my mom, and my sister, and I didn't want to make sure anybody else was sick. And it was a cold, but it was still the fact that I got on this ship, and like by like 7:00 the first night, it was just, I was calling Brandon. I was like, "I'm going to bed. Like, I just feel horrible."
I'm like, gosh damn it, man. Like,
I'm going to bed.
We got to get these money worth out of these cruises now. Like, we got to make our money back. You better get out there and
I was trying.
You better get out there and make some shape.
I was trying my best, and it was bad, y'all. It was real bad. The food had been hit or miss. Yeah, the food, it was definitely she said it had been hit or miss for me too on these cruises. It's weird because it's like, I feel like as a cruise line overall, like, you should have a standard when it comes to the food. And it just wasn't, like, I don't think the cruise line, and I know it's like different ships, like, I understand all that. Like, we actually preach that. We have talked about that. But you should still have a standard of food prep.
Yeah, it's like the Big Mac doesn't taste different. It might be like, it might look different and like made differently,
but it still tastes like a Big Mac.
But it still tastes a Big Mac, whether you buy it in Raleigh or you buy it in, Tampa, Florida.
Right. It still looks like a Big Mac.
Yeah.
So, and it still tastes like a Big Mac. One might be sloppy, because it was a couple of months ago, we got the neatest looking Big Mac we ever seen in our life, but
like commercial.
It still tastes like a Big Mac. So I don't understand like the translation of food from the cruise line. If you're getting the same food from the same vendor, maybe it's not the same vendors. Maybe it's just the quality of food that you happen to get at the time. But yeah, it's weird to me to go on a cruise line and like you can get on one ship and the food is one way, and you get on another ship and it just is completely bad.
With their basic dining room stuff, some of that stuff kind of tastes the same.
Yeah.
So like the skirt skank, the skank steak,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
Like in the roasted chicken,
mm-hmm.
and the bolognese. I mean, all that stuff tastes the same, but it's like when you start to like get into like the other eateries, where there's not really.
Because I feel like the local is supposed to be really simple. Like, man, fry the chicken wings, toss them in some sauce, put them on a plate.
I can't. I'll have to go back and watch the vlog when we put them out. They just didn't taste good.
They were rubbery. They weren't sauce right. It was something like the sauce was like watery.
It didn't taste good.
No, it didn't have any flavor.
The sauce, it's like the sauce. I can deal with like not perfectly cooked wings as long as like the sauce is good.
Yeah.
But if the sauce isn't good, then it's like I'm not gonna sit here and put up with this. And I didn't.
Well, Question. Do you think if we were on, now we're comparing paid versus not paid, if we were to get on Royal and they just said free chicken wings at Playmakers, wait, hear me out. Hear me out. Would they be as good as they are when you pay for them? Do they just not care because they free? Or are they just giving you something?
I would. That's like a loaded question because like I've had their paid wings, so I don't. My assumption is that their free wings would taste the same. Like I don't know, but don't they say like the Playmakers wings and the room service wings are different, right?
The room service wings, or even on Carnival, and you can't even get, like, there's no other way to get wings besides room service on Carnival. Is there somewhere you can get wings on Carnival now?
No.
We have, well, it's been over a year since we've been on Carnival, so somebody might know. Is there a way to get wings outside of room service on Carnival?
But it's just like, there was nothing good, there was nothing salvageable about.
None of it was good.
Like, I tried you had like barbecue.
Yeah.
And I had just regular buffalo, and it was just like this is embarrassingly bad.
Yeah, no. And I'm trying to think, like, was there one thing? There was not one thing on that menu that salvaged anything in there.
And I was like, we ended up ordering
we went
back another night. No, we went back another night.
Yeah.
To try to, like, maybe we just got a bad batch this night.
Yeah. Thinking yes. Yeah.
And it was not true, but there was this lady across from us who got like some garlic parmesan wings, and she ate those down to the gristle.
She did it more than ate them down to the gristle. She was getting in, and I was like, well, they got to be good. That was my thought anyway, is that they were good. I
think that's what made us order them again, because like she is lambasting these wings here. Like, she is devouring these wings.
She was getting it in. Let's see. So she said, you got 2 coughs tops, and I'm slapping that mask on. I got one too many times. I got one too many times. You thought you toughed it out. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Yeah. Dag nabbit, this needs to be fixed. I don't like this at all. Not at all. This is horrible. Fixed it! Woohoo! Fixed it. Okay, we're back. Because I was going to just play the intro again and hoping that it fixed it, but it fixed it. So let's see here. Now I can read.
Okay, let's finish out her comment.
She says stay strapped.
No, did he?
Please. Yes, keeping my mask near at all times. My cruiser family is here. Hey, thanks for being here, fam. We appreciate you. Yolanda said politicians stated that pandemic was over, not the doctors. I still wear my mask in public, and you know what? That is true.
There are more people who wear masks in public than you would think.
Yeah,
and I don't. There's no judgment for me.
Mm-mm. And you know what? A lot of them around here are older people, though. I've noticed.
I respect that.
I respect it too. And every time I see them, you know what I say? Dad, I need to be wearing my mask.
Yep, because the way I think is that if somebody had just worn a mask and not been so careless, my grandma would still be here. But that's just my thought process.
Too early to get too deep, baby.
Sorry.
Tiny Cruises represented. Let's go. And she did. She held it down for BP.
How was that? How was it dealing with that kind of energy?
She is very high energy.
The fact that you had to put out this.
I had to put out a disclaimer because she is very high energy, but also I feel like the way I am about cruising, if I put that in the body of at that time 3.5-year-old, 4-year-old, if I was to put all that energy into the body of a 4-year-old, that would be me. That Tiny Cruiser would be me. Like, she absolutely loves cruising. She knows what she likes. If she sees you, she's gonna be like, you was on a cruise. I know you was on a cruise yesterday. I wasn't there. Where was I at? Like, she don't play about cruises. So she's excitable already, but just to be around her and see her on a cruise, I always want to see her on a cruise because she's just like, she's in her element, as am I. But it is hard to like, she at the time she was 4, she's still 5, right? Like, so you still got to understand that everything is exciting at 5. Everything. And you need everything to happen right now. And we don't move like that. Like, it's been a long time since we had a 5-year-old. And so it's like you're almost cruising around that person. So people who cruise with kids, God bless y'all. I mean, little kids. I mean, little kids. Phil and D, God bless you. Because Phil put out a story on Instagram talking about all the stuff he had to travel with, which included like strollers and car seats and stuff. I couldn't do it. Like, people who travel with kids, God bless you. Because I don't know if I have the patience to do that. Like, it's a lot.
You would do it if you had to.
I would do it if I had to, but I don't have to. So that's why I know I ain't got patience to do it. But she is very much a super cruiser. If you were ever to meet her on a cruise, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. That energy that she has is crazy. So yeah, you got to be prepared for anything to happen at any moment.
Subconscious about crossing my arms there.
The medical professionals are still wearing masks in my city.
Again, I don't blame people for wearing masks.
Shells be having egos.
And that's another thing I was thinking too, is that people just want to do stuff their way. So, like I said, the main dining room seems to be like consistent across the board. It's like when you get to like not even that. Just other, like, their special, like you said, their specialty things is where it gets kind of wonky unless it's MSC and it's just everything's just terrible.
Deborah Webb Stokes says, "Hello, Parkers. Hey, how are you?
Thank you for being here."
LJ from Dallas is here. She said, "Good evening from Texas.
Hello. Thank you for being here."
Let's see. Capture's Cart's here.
What's up, Kev? Thank you for being here.
What's going on, Kev?
Thank you for being a member as well.
Absolutely. Yolanda Jackson says the newer cruise ships seem to have the better food, chefs, and service. Well, it's just because when they come out with a newer ship, they take the best from the newer ship and take them over to the newer ship. So it's like you ain't never left with the good people on the older ships because they keep upgrading them to the newer ships. Like Royal is good for that. When we were on Icon, remember we got the server that Kiki Singh and I met on Wonder.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I remember you guys." And she was like, "Yeah, I was on Wonder and I came over here." And so it was like they bring up. Chronicle did the same thing. We were on Celebration. We met a server on Mardi Gras and we had her in our video. And I was like, and we sat down to the bar on Celebration I
remember her from the bar.
Yeah. And I was like, "Is this?" And I showed her like the video intro. I was like, "Is this you?" She was like, "Yes." I was like, "Yeah." So they bring up all the good ones to the newer ships, and then it's like, are you putting the trainees on the older ships, which is fine, but it's like, I mean, because everybody got to learn, but you would think they would mix it, like, train them under the good people and then put them back down, not just throw them on the ship.
You would think so, but this cruise industry is a weird kind of beast. So
yeah. She said free chicken wings at Playmaker.
It sounds like an amazing idea. They should totally have, and like it's not even like their wings are so reasonably priced, like that. Their wings are so reasonably priced. I really need free wings. This
is how reasonably priced they were. Was it the last night my mom and my sister went to Playmaker and they got like, what was it, like
60 or something,
40 wings for like $25? It was something crazy, and they just got them, and like knowing they weren't gonna be able to eat them, but it was just the price was so good you had to do it.
And nobody
called Brand. Like the price was so good you had to do it. Like that's crazy. But also let's think, if we are all cruising together in a group, 40 wings, couple of beers, we got a nice party. You know what I mean? But for two people, that's crazy. Y'all know better than that. Y'all knew better than that. But it was such a good price, you had to do it.
You felt like you had to.
You felt like you had to do it.
Yeah.
Z said buffalo chicken egg rolls for everyone.
Everybody.
Those
all around.
You know what they remind me of? The chicken stingers at Cheesecake Factory. That's what they remind me of. Now, I think they're called chicken stingers, but the ones at Cheesecake Factory, it's like they dip them in fried chicken bread and then they fry them.
I don't remember.
So it tastes like fried chicken on the outside, but buffalo chicken on the inside.
I don't remember.
Yeah, they're good. The Forensic has a wing place, but you have to pay extra for it. I forgot to try it out.
Kathy, you forgot to try it out. No.
Yes, Jubilee has a wing spot. And you know what? Now that I think about it, you're right, because I remember them rolling out wings like after we got off the Conquest last year. And I remember I showed you like a screenshot of somebody saying they have chicken wings on Carnival now.
Hey, Kev, did you have them? If you did, how were they?
Carnival is rolling out a wing shack. Forensic has it, and Jubilee has a spot you can order them in Street Eats.
Oh, good. I shall upgrade to Street Eats. I was not a super big fan of Street Eats.
She said, Cat B said she was too cute. She is a full job. Yes, it's a part-time job. I would definitely leave something. Maybe even the kid out.
See, you found your lot in life. So
she knew her strengths. Ain't no way. I couldn't do it. Like, and I know I could. Like, if it was between me, I'm gonna just leave it here. I know it wasn't in the Lord's design for me to have my kids when I had them, but I appreciate it. It might have been in His plan for me to have them when I had them, but I appreciate it because if I had to right now carry a kid everywhere with car seats and stuff, I'm getting overwhelmed thinking about it. That's a lot of work. Diapers, milk, car seats, and strollers, and we would have to have an RV so I can still move. We'll have to have an RV so I can still travel. Why are you looking at me like that? No, you looking at me for a reason. Why are you looking at me like that?
No reason.
It is a reason. It's definitely a reason. Not the kids see.
Then there's a lady.
Oh, see, be killer.
Didn't a lady just recently do that? Like this year?
She didn't leave them. It wasn't Home Alone situation. She purposely left those kids, and she gave that baby a cell phone. Is
she not intimating like?
No, she said she would accidentally. That woman booked her cruise. Okay, she booked her cruise. Gave her oldest a cell phone, which I think was like 7. It was like a 7 and a 4-year-old, a 7 and 3-year-old. And then she used a security camera, the Ring camera, to watch them while she was on the cruise. Now, her neighbors was like, now we saw her leave with some luggage, but we hear movement in the apartment because she lived in like a high sedity apartment complex. And they was like, I'm going to need y'all to do a welfare check because it's some movement going on, but she left with luggage, but we ain't seen the kids. And the police went to the house, knocked on the door. The kids come to the door. It was like, you need to come home right now. She was like, oh, well, I can't right now. I had to fly out this morning, but I'll be back. She was in the middle of the ocean. You ain't coming back today. You're not coming back today. So she kept telling the police she'll be back, but she never came back. Well, she came back, but it wasn't when she said she was coming back. I think it was like 3 days later. But her excuse was the oldest had the cell phone and she was watching them from her Ring camera.
Kids are stupid. Like, this is...
That wasn't a kid. That was a grown woman.
No. I'm saying, why would you do that? Because kids are stupid.
They said that house smelled bad. It was food everywhere. It was like, what are they doing?
Bro,
for food?
You can't even get like 18-year-olds to properly clean up behind themselves. Why do you think you'll get a 7-year-old to do it?
Yellow said, true. Royal will pull from stock all the good peeps. I saw many from previous sellings with Icon. That's what they do. That's literally what they do. Hey, Raquel, MH, how are you guys?
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being members.
Yellow said, glad y'all made it home safely. Absolutely. Dang, I would have toughed out the Drake shake to eat
exactly, bro. I would have made myself there. Just give me a chicken wing.
Just a chicken wing, just one. Yellow said, "What is a Drake shake?" So you know when you go through like the Drake Passage, it's supposed to be like the roughest the waters at sea on a cruise ship. So it looks crazy, like all the videos you see. That's what we're calling the Drake shake. So I know Brandon, I suck.
No, you're too hard on yourself.
Kind of new in these cruising streets. Question: how do you in the DMV handle that having to fly to the ports? Mentally, I'm already upset. I love what YFC does with their land-based cruise.
Carlene lives in the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be the perfect person to answer this question if she hasn't already.
She probably has. Yeah. If not, we'll definitely come back to it. I'll give them a 7 out of 10 due to the lack of flavor.
It's not.
You still give them a 7, even though the flavor lack. It's got to be. That must not have been rubbery.
It must not have been. It must have been a good substance there.
It was a struggle for sure in my early 40s. Trying to take a baby. yeah. Patients don't know me, and me neither. That's my problem. That's why I know I ain't got patience for nothing. I was talking about somebody today
where it's like I don't have much of it. It has been stripped away over the last 19, 20 years. It has been slowly stripped away to the point where it's just like it's non-existent now.
Yeah,
like
I don't have it.
I have a quick fuse.
I think, that's why I keep saying like I had my kids when I was supposed to have them, because I had more patience then than what I do now. And I can handle stuff a little bit differently than what I can now. Now I just don't have the time or the energy for it. So I'm ready to just. I'm gonna either argue with you. I ain't even really want to argue with you about. I'm gonna just say what I'm gonna say and keep moving, or I really don't care what you feel about it. Like that's where I am now. I'm like in my big age, I don't care. Everybody can get it. The one thing that Sir Cat Williams did was free me this year, and he freed me. Everybody been getting lit up. I don't really care. Everybody can get it. Back when last year I would have just held my tongue. I don't have the energies or the patience for it, and I just know that now if I had to, yes, I could do it, but it would be under different circumstances. I would not do it the same. Like we wouldn't be moving the same way. We would definitely have to move in a different way. Kathy B said, "Trifling, mama." She said, "Siobhan got what I was saying." Yeah. She wasn't purposely leading, baby, but you get so used to moving a certain way.
Accidentally on purpose.
Them some good neighbors. Listen, yeah, they were good neighbors. All right, them neighbors was like,
"Hello, officer."
Basically,
this ain't none of our business, but.
Hey, my favorite Parkers. How was your week? I'm late. What did I miss? How's everyone doing in the chat? We're doing well, Liam.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member.
Absolutely.
And thank you for leading my wife's weird text read. Hey.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? That was a weird text read.
I was reading it in like the question format. Sorry. Please welcome the 12-time Meeting Eye Award winning. You gonna bring me my bag. I don't eat everybody's salad dressing. We don't eat beef and pork over here. We only eat chicken and salmon. I don't know what y'all talking about. We pop up on cruises. We the pop-up cruisers. We the surprise cruisers. We're going to show up and you going to be there. We them people that just don't tell you what we're doing, and we're going to do it when we want to do it, and you ain't got to ask no questions because we already on the ship. Wife season.
Also, me and Shelton have been co-conspirators here on something lately, and I greatly appreciate him for buying in.
If in a DMV, leave from Baltimore. And that's how bad Mariner was that last night. And it was bad. But that first night on the Sky, it was last night on the Mariner vibes all day. Yeah.
So I wasn't as bad. Like we switched places.
Yeah. We switched. Unapologetic. Of course. What are we apologizing for?
No, you went on that little rant earlier about everybody can get it.
Everybody can't get it.
And she was saying you're just being unapologetic.
Yeah, I don't have to apologize anymore. I used to say sorry all the time about everything. And did I tell you about that time? Did I tell y'all about that time I went to the grocery store, I went to Aldi, and like there was this lady coming out of the store, but I was still at least, how many feet would you say I was away from her?
I wasn't there, but like when you're recounting,
it
was like 10 feet maybe max.
Yeah, I was in enough range away from her where she could have left the store without even making contact with me. So she stopped in the middle of the store. In a little corridor area where, where in a regular store you get your shopping cart, where Aldi, they have a corridor area. So I stopped. She stopped there and waited for me to get in the door. So I said, "How are you?" When I got there, because she was just standing there. This heifer gonna look. I'm sorry. Now that made me mad. She gonna look at me and say, "Slick, you're supposed to say excuse me," and run out the door. Woo! If I want to run behind her so bad, all I know is I just let the clip sing. I just went off. I was like, first of all, you didn't even have to make contact with me. Nobody told you to stop. I was going off. That woman well into her car. She was well into her car, but she stopped. It's like she wanted me. She was trying to bait me into going off, and I took it. She waited for me to get there and said what she said and peeled out. You could have seen the smoke behind her heels. That's how fast she lived.
If I can take it there, if you want to take it there, I can take it further. And that's just something you just don't want to do.
Just something you don't want to do. Cece, I recommend that you fly out on the day before and on the first thing smoking out of any of the DC airports. That applies to most airports when cruising. Because those there's too many options. RDU is enough. 27 peeps, please hit that like button. Thank you, Leo.
Thank you.
Hello, is this the police? Hey, Alicia, how are you? Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
It's an award-winning intro. Hey, I try to top it every week. We're cruising tomorrow. I should have added that in my thing. They cruising tomorrow. YFC.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? They might, help us. Let's see. Yeah, they admitted it. Yay. They admitted that they're cruising tomorrow. Leo said good. Thank you. I do plan to fly out of BWI, and she will be with us on the kickback cruise. So y'all make sure y'all welcome her if you guys want a kickback cruise, and if you still want to book a kickback cruise, let me know. I can still find you cabins. We're excited. We're pretty excited about that. YFC crashing a cruise near you, and they are. Yeah,
it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, listen, they about had me in tears on the ascent. I'd be happy to see my friends.
I wasn't sure. I was like, "What's up?" That's how it was.
Okay. Hey, Kristen, how are you?
Hey, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member as well.
Absolutely. If you fly to BWI on Southwest, give yourself plenty of time to get through security.
So it's one of those.
BWI early mornings can be tough too. They are occasionally understaffed, and all gates aren't ready to go. DCA is my airport.
We gotta C kind of caught me yesterday. She was flying. I was like, oh, and she had a layover in Miami. I was like, oh, you're stuck in the crappy airport. And she was like, I'm in the lounge. I don't do crappy, paraphrasing here. Like,
okay, girl.
Me shut the fuck up, man. I'm going to go over here.
We always have a layover BWI more than any other. Always.
Have we had a layover BWI?
Oh. You know what I think we have? I feel like we have.
It wasn't very memorable.
Yeah, I feel like we have. BWI is the 15th ring of hell in my book, but good and cheap economy parking. She on the 15th?
When do we...
We skipped 7, so we got to go from 8 to 14.
You're going to need to put that in your membership. First do the 15 rings because there's a lot of rings of hell.
We got 1 to 7, but we need 8 to 14.
I can't remember 1 to 7. It's been so many.
Hey, Regina, how are you?
Thank you for being here.
She said, book it. That's right, book it.
And thank you for being a member of Regina.
Absolutely.
And Regina's just getting back from exploring the world.
She went to, was it London and India?
Yes.
Girl. Yeah. Just watching her like stories on Instagram and stuff. Yeah, that was a dope experience. When I lived in the area, I loved Dulles Airport. Just flew through Dulles, pretty decent process going and coming.
I can't remember what. I was just trying to really get back home.
You were
coming up on the year anniversary. I don't know which airport I.
Actually, in 3 days will be the year anniversary. Yep. You already shocked. I should have seen the shake. In 3 days, I will post the link so y'all can go back and watch our misery as we suffered through trying to make it home for 72 hours. Brandon had, what was it, 96? 94? Brandon was gone for a long time. Yes. Brandon was gone.
And C-Dust is fifth. And whatever the ultimate final boss ring of hell is, it is the Newark bus station. That is the last final boss ring of hell.
See, you don't like the bus gates? Captain C's ring of travel hell coming to a bookstore near you. I need you to put it in an ebook so I can read it. Matter of fact, just put it on just doing a podcast so I can listen to it when I walk in the mornings. Yes, not a fan of duels, and yes, C is it when we fly Southwest. Delta is usually JFK and LGA LaGuardia. Hard on the can't do gym pop.
Not in Miami. You did right.
Because we know.
We just can't get into Delta's. Like, there's going to be no circumstance where we fly enough to get into Delta's.
I'm not paying that to get in their lounge.
Well, you can't even pay. Like, they don't even like you. Like, you gotta fly a lot.
Or you gotta get their Premier card.
I'm in the middle of talking. But with American Airlines, you can buy access to their lounge.
Yeah.
But not with Delta. Like we're just never gonna fly enough. We basically have to fly every week for the next 10 years to get into Delta's Sky Club.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, see, how's Mexico? Hope you're having a good time. Thank you for tuning in from Mexico.
Yeah. Arriba la raza. That's what a wrestler say.
What I mean?
I don't know.
Don't say stuff you don't know what it means.
Hold on. It don't. Arriba la raza. Long live the people.
Okay, I'll take that.
Juneteenth was yesterday. Long live the people. Arriba la
raza. She said, making a movie. That bus station, Lord.
Bro, that bus station.
Brandon said it was only one outlet in the bus station. And it was in the ceiling. So it ain't funny. It ain't funny. Because God knows my baby was scared. And he was sad. He was tired. And he was ready to go home. My baby said he had to climb up in the ceiling to plug his phone up, just get enough charge so he can get on the train. Y'all, it was supposed to be on the bus. And then they're going to sell me a ticket. No, I ain't had no seat for me. Come on now. Come on now, Graham. Brandon went through, when I tell y'all it was a plane, trains, and automobile situation, it was a train. Whoo, my poor baby. I felt so bad. And then when he had to send us on that plane, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. I'm gonna be 100% real. I don't think I ever said this out loud. I didn't want to leave him, but I was so glad to come back. I didn't want to leave. I swear I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to be in the airport no more. I didn't want to leave. All I could think was, I don't want to leave, but he gonna be all right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really did not want to leave you. I did not. But I felt so good to sit down on that plane. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I went to sleep. I was so tired. I was so tired, y'all. I was so tired. Brennan was like, just go. And the whole time I was sitting here thinking, because we had already talked about it. He was like, even if they ain't got but 2 seats, I'm gonna stay. Y'all go. And I was like, no. I'm not leaving you. If it had just been me and him, that would have been one thing. Like, if it just been me and him, it was 1 seat. But we had Shay. So I was like, whew. I was ready to go home. I was ready to go home, but I felt guilty once I got home. Because I was like, dang, like, he's still there. Like, he really ain't here. Like, it's like, it was all like a fever dream. Because I was like, I really had to leave my husband in another state by himself. But all I could think was, Lord, I'm so happy to be home. I don't know what to do. But I didn't want to leave him there. It was bad. It's a bad place to be in. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a bad position. Now, daggone it. Because you don't want to leave him behind. But ain't like I left him in no third world country. Like, you in the United States. You here. You can get home. Like, I even volunteered to get in the car and drive to go get him. I just had to get to the car. So I was going to drive, but I had to get home and go to sleep first. I was like, if I got to come get you, I'll come get you. Whew. But Lord have mercy. Whew, I was so glad to get on that plane. I didn't want to leave him. I swear I didn't. I swear I didn't want to leave him. I was happy. Woo! I ain't never flying out Newark again. That like destroyed my marriage. My bad, y'all. Sorry. Because I know he's not happy. I feel it radiating. Whew. I had to get it off my chest. I've been holding that ear for a whole year. I really didn't want to leave you, but I was so glad to go to that daggone plane. I ain't know what to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just kind of looked at the gate. I was like, dang, he really still in there. Like, he did not on the plane. When they closed them doors, I was like, dang, they really just gonna leave him. They're really just gonna leave her here. I don't know. Oh, well, I had to drive back and get him tomorrow if he's still here. That's what I was thinking before I went to sleep. I was like, I'm just gonna go home. I'm gonna take a nap. Then I'm gonna drive back. I had all these plans. I had to look up flight routes so I can get him to. Okay, if I can get him to DC, then I can drive. Maybe I can get him to Baltimore. I was looking at all these thoughts. Like, maybe I can get him to Baltimore, and then I can just drive to Baltimore and pick him up. I was trying. I really was trying, y'all. I wasn't gonna leave him there. I like my mind. I really was trying. I really was. But I didn't want to be in that airport no more. voicing me after this. Whew, I ain't want to be in that airport no more. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. But when he told me he had and then I felt bad. But when he told me he had to sleep on that in the food car on the train with three strangers at that table, I was like, dang, this is messed up. This really is messed up. Now I got to find a way to get him home. Then he called me. He was like, it's 2:00 in the morning. He was just on the streets of DC. Should I wait? No, wait for what? If you don't get to the airport, what you waiting for? Get an Uber and get to the airport. Ain't nowhere to where I'll be out on the streets at 2:00 in the morning. But apparently you wasn't alone. It was a lot of people out there, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. He mad at me, y'all. I'm just trying to free myself. Just trying to tell my truths now. Whenever I see a flight that's going through New Jersey, I'll look for another flight because I don't even blame you. That was such a horrible experience. It was so bad. And it was like, something was like, you need to go ahead and start vlogging this. Like when we got in that delay in Miami, someone was like, go ahead and start vlogging this. And I was like, nah, because we're going to be home. So it ain't no point. And it was just like, the thing is, it was a man in Miami. He had brought a flight with Frontier, right? Spirit. He had brought a flight with Spirit. That man hadn't been home in a week. Like, he was trying to get home. And we were sitting there talking joke, like, sir, just buy another flight. Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, you need to take it easy. You are not holding it together right now.
He was mad. And I was like, I don't even understand why he's so mad. This was like before it even happened. I was like, I don't even understand why he's so mad. Just buy another flight. Like, why? You talking about he had to stay in? Where he said? Was it Puerto Rico somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, he had to stay there. And I was like, sir, you ain't had to stay there. You wanted to stay there. I was just buy another flight. Like, rent a car. You could have got home. Like, there's so many different ways you could have got home. And he was fussing on people out real bad. And I'm trying to figure out why he would fuss some people out so bad. But now I know why he would fuss them out so bad. Like, now I understand. Woo! I paid to get into United Lounge, and it was nice.
Chris and Carlin, y'all
ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Woo! Okay, I'm pulling it together. That's a good idea. Thank you.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
It's the first day of summer. It is the first day of summer. Poor baby. Whew. Finishing up a 40-year-old nap and trying to figure out dinner. I've eaten so many tacos, and that will be my problem right there. That's why I can't go. Not a 40-year-old nap, see. What they hit like, oh, it's different, Kristen. It's different. I'm gonna tell you right now. There was some good daggone naps. There was some good naps now. They're real good to you. I've never had a reason to fly to Newark.
We didn't either.
We didn't have a reason. We didn't even want it. That was a flight. Like, why are we doing late? Why did we fly? And that was the part that pissed me off the most. Because we literally were in Miami. Tell me why we flew past Raleigh to go to Newark just to get back to Raleigh. That made no sense to me. And then to be stuck there. Why was this our layover? Like, to be stuck there was bananas to me. I just don't understand why who designs these flight plans, because that don't make sense to fly past the airport you need to go to get to another airport, and then because Brenda is not amused.
Bro, I think I was looking for flights to like Tennessee or some shit.
Yeah, because I was like, we can just go drive. I don't care. We just gonna do whatever we gotta do. We're gonna figure it out. But like, if you get to Tennessee, maybe you can get on the train, maybe you can get on the plane. Anything. Like, we can do anything. I don't know how many different. Because Myrtle Beach was also a play.
Myrtle Beach was a play, and then Wilmington was a play, but they canceled both of those flights like very last minute.
Mm-hmm. That's what they were doing the whole time, though.
Because come to find out, if I didn't get out on Sunday, I was not getting out until Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a work evaluation literally the second I touched back down in Raleigh. I had a work evaluation.
Mm-hmm. There was almost a bum fight. This lady was yelling at someone who wasn't there, and a gentleman who didn't speak any English was trying to navigate buying a bus ticket from Newark to Texas. God bless.
Oh my God, bro.
The memories.
There was a near fight. There was a near fight. There was like 2 near fights with the same lady. With I believe different people. At the Newark, it is. I know they have like Survivor, whatever the hell. Put Survivor in the Newark bus station for 24 hours. Because good luck. You might bum fights. There's like just so people walking around with, and there was also the pride. It was like the pride parade because was just getting back in from like New York City. Uh-huh. So it was just like everybody.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew Brandon was over it. Well, I knew he was over it. I felt like he was going to break. He hadn't. I don't think you had broken just yet. No, you had broken.
I ain't gonna lie, I shed a couple tears because gosh damn, like, what do you mean I can't get on this damn bus?
My man, they sold him the bus ticket. He got on the bus. The driver was like, ain't no seat assignment.
So I'll go back in and ask the homie working at the desk, hey man, like, do you know when the bus is coming? He's like, oh man, I don't know. That's messed up. Have you tried talking to him? I was like, bro, he's not letting me on. Yeah, man, that sucks, man. Why are you here?
That's the part. What is your position? What is your position?
No! I know that's real. No, not right now.
How you gonna say, damn, that's tough? No, you work here. Why are y'all signing bus tickets with no seats?
Hey, bro. I am very anti-public transportation. Very. So for me to even consider getting on a Greyhound was me at my last resort. Cut me into pieces.
I was tired. Look, I was so tired. I went to sleep. I was tired, but I was also worried. I went to sleep with my phone in my hand. I kept waking up like every hour just in case I missed a call. And I had my ringer turned all the way up. And made sure the vibration was on. And I just kept waking up, looking at my phone, just in case I missed a call from him saying he needed me to get in the car and drive somewhere. But I had to go sleep. And the thing about bus station is you have to sit in Gen Pop.
Right. 100 years of bus stations, ain't nobody decided to build like a lounge for bus stations.
No, it ain't no segregation. Ain't no first class. All of us Gen Pop, get on the bus. Woo, I'm sorry.
Bro, and I don't do buses either, man. I don't do it. So I was desperate.
Good evening, peeps. Sorry I'm late. It's okay, fam.
Apparently you're just on time.
That song was crazy. Each time y'all went live, you were hoping to play games. Y'all. I was so mad.
We only started vlogging it really because I was like, Shema, we might as well go ahead and just vlog this. So we started vlogging, but that was with the hopes to get on a flight that night. The minute we were like, oh, we're not getting on a flight that night, it became like a survival story.
The most disappointing feeling is walking to your gate.
Happy as hell too.
Happy, knowing you was getting on that flight.
Almost in a gloating kind of like, we going home. Like,
to see the gate in the distance, you can see the gate number, you can see the people, and then to hear an announcement over the intercom saying that your flight has been canceled. And you choose to ignore it because I know I ain't hear what I think I just heard.
And then you pull out the phone.
I was like, yo. Brett was like, not today. No, you ain't. No. I just looked at Shay looked at me. I felt so bad. I felt like a bad mom. I just looked at Shay. Shay just looked at me. I was like, well, we ain't go home tonight. That was the worst. Y'all, I know this is first world problems, but it is a bad problem. And the thing is, even my mom and my sister got delayed. They were on Southwest, I think. They got delayed, but they only got delayed by 2 hours. So that was home. They were home. And our flight left before theirs. They stayed another night and they got up and left the next day. So they were home. So I think our cruise in on Friday. We flew out on Friday. They flew out Saturday morning and they made it home. Even with their delay, they made it home. We were still out in them streets. Trying to make it home. And then at some point, Brett was like, we're going to rent a car and drive. What was like almost $800, $900 to rent a car?
It was something ridiculous.
It was something crazy because everybody was trying to rent cars because everybody was sleeping in the airport. People were pulling out cots. I don't know where they got the cots from.
It was dogs laying on cots.
Y'all, it was like, it's something you would see in a movie. It didn't seem real. Like, it really just did not seem real. It was a bad thing. Then we had to sleep in the worst terminal. Not even a good terminal. We slept in the worst terminal. It was just
all for a chance. They like, hey, at 5 o'clock in the morning, you better dart towards the gate for a flight leaving at 7. And there are people who have got a hotel room, and they were like, you don't want to know how much we paid for this hotel. Yeah,
just to sleep for like 3
and it wasn't even it was like the run of the mill trash, like
Super
zero.
8.
Yeah, like they were like, you don't want to know how much we had to pay.
Bob Shake Shack, Motor Shack, or something. That saga was crazy. Each time y'all went like, okay, I read that one. Yeah, we were all praying so hard for y'all. It was bad. We were locked into the store for 3 straight days. It was a soap opera. It was sad.
It was like, bro, there ain't no way, because you don't think this is gonna happen to you.
No, it's like something you see on TV.
So when we left, you still ain't.
I'm trying to move forward. I'm moving on.
It's like, okay, Friday, there's no way we're gonna miss our connecting. We never miss our connecting. We don't. First of all, we don't do connectings, but we're most certainly not gonna miss it. Okay, bet we're missing this, and then we only missed about like 20, 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. And in the air, the whole time we're in the air, I'm looking like
they boarding. They boarding.
I'm looking like, hey, we're gonna be cutting it close. Hey, we might have a chance. Hey, they're boarding. Hey,
we're still on the other plane. To be on the plane on the ground, and they're taxiing, and they're calling like their boarding groups while we're taxiing.
We were actually running like OJ through the airport.
We were, and then at some point I was like, "Brenda, stop running," because I had got on the phone. I was trying to be on the phone with United at the same time. I was like, "Brenda, just stop. It's done. Just stop." Oh, Lord. I don't know what's sending me more Siobhan amusement or Brandon's clearing this pressure. I'm laughing because it's uncomfortable to admit that I left my husband somewhere, and I was low-key okay with it, but I wasn't. I'm going to tell you the real reason why I wasn't okay with it. I know he is a grown male adult, okay? But also, Brandon not for the streets. Newark streets is different.
No.
So I know he was okay, but I didn't know how okay he would be. Like, and then when he told me he was in a bus station, all I wanted to do was start a car and drive, because I was like, this ain't for him. This ain't his life. It was
some lady, less than desirable lady, selling some random candies in the bus station. It was just like, oh God, like this is not my people.
I was like, this ain't, and I knew he ain't. I'm like, he not built for this life. So that's why in my mind it was like I was more worried about him than I know it seemed like I wasn't now, but it really is. I really was worried about him. I really was, because I just know my husband wasn't built for that. Like, he wasn't.
I'm not. I admittedly, like I said, I am not afraid to admit. I shed a couple of tears because I'm like, I was like, I don't know how I'm getting home. Eventually the train station was right here, and there were some nice people to help me like go through that process, and it cost, it cost what it cost, but thank God for means.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have means, then right. Because there are people who
don't have means. Like there was a kid that
like they had a kid there who missed his flight. Well, he didn't hear the boarding.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I was over there, but he was like, well, sorry. They were like, sorry for your bad luck.
Basically.
But because he was like underage, they
made a way.
Yeah, they made a way.
Yeah.
But it's just like it is not for that particular situation. It's not for the weak of heart.
It was not. Yeah, I definitely thought about y'all in the back of my mind when I was talking about United Nonstop from Newark being the only option for our recent trip. And I'm not even going to lie to you. When you said that, I blanked out for a little bit because I was like, I won't be going. I just won't be going. If I got to go through Newark, it's not happening. Yeah,
especially this time of year where like the weather is so unpredictable. Because they were. And I'm also on the side of like, okay, I get it. Like, exercise all the caution you need to exercise, but at some point, when I see other flights taking off, and I know there are other routes that can be taken to get to my location, like why are these flights taking off?
Because Spirit didn't care. Spirit was taking off. They didn't care. We was just sitting there, we like, dang, Spirit really out here.
Like, it wasn't just Spirit. It wasn't just Spirit. It was like the major airlines.
Like Air Canada was like landing, but like we couldn't take off. But yeah, no. When I saw the Spirit flight take off, I was mad.
Yeah, again, this wasn't about that. It was more about like, why are certain flights able to take off, and like where we couldn't? Because I know y'all don't fly down like directly through the East Coast. I know y'all like fly over here to fly here. So it's like, why couldn't you do that to kind of avoid the storm? Because why is this plane taking off and my plane not taking off?
Right.
I'm that part confuses me. I'm not smart enough to understand. And again, I'm always on the side of caution. But at the same time, somebody explain to me why this plane can take off, but my plane can't.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, especially like for us, that was the thing that was confusing. And then like now we go back and look, and then they pass a law that if your flight gets canceled, they have to refund you. We're still like Brandon still can't get his money back. Like, you know what I mean? It's like certain things that, he had to go back and buy another ticket, and then y'all gonna give me 40 little measly. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, we're not doing that. So it was like we were still fighting for reparations basically from that flight for I don't know how long. And then for them to tell me, oh, well, we can put you guys up for one night, but we're not going to put you up for another night. And y'all the reason.
Because if it's not weather
related, that's what they said.
The first night wasn't really. The first night was weather related.
Right.
So what? That doesn't make any sense because the first
night was, but it was on the news. Like if y'all go back and look, like it was on the news. They were talking. We were sitting in the airport watching them talk about it on the news. Mad, like it ain't nothing we can do. And then my mom back home, and I'm talking to her. She was like, "Ain't nothing going on down here. Like everything look good." No, they're talking about it's the whole East Coast, but my mom's like the sun is out. I can't get home now. I'm just like I'm beyond mad now because I don't know what the problem is. So yeah, it was just continuous. It was crazy. 40-year-old naps, you dream every time and talk in your sleep a little. It's great. Yeah.
Siobhan. I was like, Siobhan, you were talking in your sleep. Was I really? I was like, yeah, you were talking in your sleep.
Wait until 50-year-old naps hit. Whoo-wee. I'll take my time.
That's sleep.
Hey, together we travel. Thanks for being
here. Thank you for being here. Sorry if I'm a little rattled. We're living a nightmare.
Sig is here. She said, hello, Parkers. I came just in time.
Hello, Sig. Thank you for being here. She came just in time to enjoy my misery.
She was this perfect timing for her.
Thank you for being a member.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being members. Again, great job on that live today.
Absolutely.
Y'all really,
they did really good.
Y'all probably should do more of it.
Y'all set y'all notification bells for Phil and D if you haven't. I know you have, but make sure because I know they're going to go live again. They did such a good job today. Put the pressure on. That's funny because that's how we feel about getting to DC airports. I would rather drive to Raleigh.
Probably
you're safer.
Probably has a very good airport.
And if you're going to be trapped somewhere, it's a nice place to be trapped. That Greyhound worker in Newark aren't there to help. They're just there to watch the shit show.
My man was like, man,
that's crazy. Like, what is your job description? What do you mean that's crazy?
Like, gosh damn, bro. Like, what are we doing here? It's like, I'm not about to sleep here. Like, he just did. He was not helpful at all.
Hey, Miss Tiffy
Hey, Miss Tiffy PD. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Ain't no segregation days after Juneteenth. I love it.
But there should be for bus and train stations, just out of safety of passengers, man. Like, you can't have people witnessing bum fights. Give people the option to pay a little extra to avoid bum fights.
So how do you do first class on a bus?
I don't care. It doesn't have to be about first class.
But how do you got
give them a lounge? You know what I mean? Like,
you pay extra for the waiting area, but you sit in Jam Pop on the bus?
Yes, because once you're on Jam Pop, people generally tend to mind their business. But you're trying to get away from the madness in the bus station. When the last time you sat at the bus station? Here's what we're gonna do.
No, we ain't. I ain't rode a bus since Destiny might have been like 5 or 6.
And we have you can't go do the bus stations here because we have nice bus stations.
We got nice bus stations.
So we can't do it here. Like we gotta go to I think Rocky Mount has it.
I ain't going to Rocky Mount.
We're gonna go to Rocky Mountain.
No, we're not.
Bro, you saw that picture of Rocky Mountain. It's nice these days.
I'm not going to Rocky Mount.
You've seen the picture of Rocky Mountain. It's
I'm
nice
not doing it. That's not a true picture.
Yeah, we can go. Just you spend 6 hours, and it has to be from the hours of 6 to 12 at the Rocky Mount bus station.
No.
And now you know what I went through. Not even.
I know what you went through, but I ain't about to do
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
I don't want to be. If I got to be good at the game, I just rather not practice. We're all rooting for you. The reunion moment in the airport in the vlogs was priceless. It was. I really did I teared up going to get him because I was like, he's finally on. I was sad. It was so good to see him, and I'm I know this seems like first world problems. I understand, but. Well, all you want to do is go home and lay in your bed and sleep. Listen. It's like a get on the bus movie. Liam. It was. She said it was. We were all waiting to see that moment. Y'all, that was crazy. Hey Trippy Wave. Hey, how are you?
Hey, thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Hey, Kristen. Speaking of Kristen, BWI early mornings can be tough too. They are occasionally understaffed. Oh, did it go back up? Oh, let's see here. Okay, hold on. I gotta catch up. Right here. Hey, Bill. We all want to see that moment. Oh, some strawberries.
She ran through that wine pretty quick.
Yeah, not no more either. Your travel problems sound like a normal day at Frontier Airlines. If I even mention the airlines, my wife gives me the side eye.
So I guess y'all feel about how we feel like we would never take Spirit ever. And it's not like we've experienced like bad stuff with them personally because we've never taken them. It's just the horror stories that we've heard. That's just too much for us to overcome.
Yeah.
Well, we've never had a problem with Frontier, but we understand.
Yep. Because all in all of this was on United. This was not on Frontier, which y'all know we like Frontier. This was not on Spirit. This was on United Airlines. Now it's not a mukbang. I just had a little strawberries. Hey, I just found your channel this morning. Hey, Marissa.
Hey, thanks. Marissa. Thank you for being here. Well, clearly this is your first time here, and what we like to do for our first time guests, and you get one of these. We do this every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Unless we're on the high seas.
So thank you for being here. Come in and join
the shenanigans, apparently.
Yeah.
Not the Sunday shenanigans that belongs to T. Reese, but tonight, for some reason, it's a mess.
Yes. So we do this every Thursday night. So please come back. We would love to have you.
Welcome in, Marissa. Thank you, C. LL not be built for that. Like, no. We know our strengths and weaknesses, and that's just not one for him. Happy Thursday, Parker fam.
Diesel, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. And thank you for using those. You say it.
The Parker fam emojis.
Yes.
Yes. C said, travel hardships build character.
No. Let's. Yes. I found out a lot about myself.
You do find out a lot about yourself.
What I did find out is I never want to go to Newark again. I never want to ride a Greyhound or go to a Greyhound station. I never want to be close to a train or bus station ever again. So that's what I found out about myself.
Mayor Pete has been doing his thing with advocating for travel refunds.
Yeah, so we're going to... It's like the things you didn't know you could get refunds for.
Yeah.
I bookmarked a couple of those. I sent you a couple.
You did. Yeah. Yes, that was a good live. I caught the replay. What makes it so bad is Newark is actually a United hub. We know it's beautiful. The new portion of it is beautiful.
Yeah, so it being a United hub.
Yeah. Why is all the flights getting canceled there? But from what we were told is flights get canceled there all the time.
Yeah, it was actually a Northeast problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like they said LaGuardia, because we even looked to try to get to LaGuardia or JFK, and they were like, they were shutting stuff down there too.
Yeah, and my aunt and uncle were flying to Oklahoma. They live in Oklahoma, but they had to go through LaGuardia, and they got a 2-hour delay. They still made it home before we did. And once again, we left the day before they did. Let's see. No problem, fam. Okay, we about to go eat dinner. Hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's Talk to Me Thursday.
Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, the bus station is where the homeless like to hang around. But when you get on the bus, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's when you get on the bus, you can just you can just put your headphones on and just zone out. There's usually, I'm assuming there's not very much chicanery going on the bus proper.
No, but everybody trying to sleep.
But off the bus, there's a lot of foolishness going on, and nobody wants to see people shoot up or see bump fights or people yelling at invisible people or yelling at the police. Nobody wants to see that.
I haven't rode Greyhound since my uncle retired. I think it was in my early 20s. You ain't missing nothing, apparently. I've only flown United once or twice, and not a fan of American either.
I've seen where people have had problems with American. I haven't had a problem with them. American, knock on some type of wood, but they've treated us well. Yeah. And seeing as that Delta keeps changing around their point system, you never know.
I love Continental, but since United brought them, it's mixed feelings for me. Ooh, Continental was a long time ago. But yeah. I don't know. It's like, I thought, to me, it used to be because when I would look at prices of flights, it was like, ooh, United is a top tier. No, Apparently not. They're not the top tier of airlines. Did y'all ever find out why the flights were getting canceled?
Of course, the reason they're always going to give you
is
weather. Mm-hmm. Because what are you going to do? Like you can't. There wasn't like if there's a gray cloud in the sky, they can say weather. You can't debate that or dispute that. Like if they say weather, then you just have to take their word for it.
Yeah, but it was people in the airport that were saying it was actually because of a pilot shortage or it was something because it was like it was on the news. We heard that on the news when we were in the airport. It was a pilot shortage because they were going on strike or something was happening with the airline employees. So, but they were trying to chalk it all up to weather. Brandon, downtown Portland is one big bus station, and I do mean all of what you said.
Nobody want to see all that, man. Like they should have a separate section for people who want to pay a little extra to stay away from the bum fights.
At the bus station, they have known shortages of air traffic controllers. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what it was, Yolanda. That's exactly what it was. United sucks. They suck big time. Whether or not we gonna fly. That's
and again. I just want to know why my flight was not taking off, and I'm seeing these people boarding their flight, that flight taking off. I need to know that. That's all. And at least and on the flight, you remember on the flight there to Newark, they had the pilot come around on the iPad and was like, "Hey, this is what we're flying into. This is what we're trying to avoid."
Right.
So I was like, "Okay, bet. I understand that because I can visually see it."
Right.
But they didn't do that same thing.
Yep. Let's see. American and Delta seems to be duking it out for customer loyalty. I've gotten some nice perks between the two of them recently and haven't did much to get those perks. Yeah, we've been checking you out. You've been getting all the perks. Well, they said for Delta did like 500,000 people. They randomly upgraded them to silver medallion. So you are very lucky because after you posted that, I did see an article like through travel agent emails that they were randomly giving people out a like silver medallion for 6 months.
What ring of heaven is that?
Let's see. Yes, Brandon, we would be in the upper class line paying all of the dollars for convenience with no guarantees.
Have y'all ever seen bum fights or like dope fiends yelling at invisible people or arguing with people? It is very uncomfortable.
No, it is. I've seen it. It
is very uncomfortable. Think about how much money you would have paid to not be in that situation.
Right. Yeah, that's true. They just brought them in 2010. It's not that long ago. Liam, 2010 was a good little while ago now. But you're right. It's not relatively that long ago. What is everyone's favorite airline? Who doesn't suck?
We're fans of Delta.
We're Delta fans.
Yeah.
If we had to go second, it would be American Air Frontier for budget.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much for Southwest because first of all, they too expensive here.
They also lie a lot too.
Yeah, $39 flights. No, it ain't.
Where? To Tupelo, Mississippi. When am I going to Tupelo, Mississippi for what?
Yes, that is very lucky indeed. It is lucky. Yeah, I have seen that. Brandon, unfortunately, we are way too used to it. Plus, add a gang of tents. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
See, again, I grew up in the country suburbs.
Yeah.
As the only child with two parents who are they're very mild. Man, like I was a very sheltered child.
Yeah.
So any chicanery that goes on, I am uncomfortable with.
Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, he ain't for these streets. Yellow said Delta and Southwest for us. It's not like I said Eastern or Pan Am or Piedmont. Now you did not. You're right. You did not. Delta and American are my boyfriends. We go together real hard.
Man,
okay. Yeah.
I can't escape the life that I'm living. In the midst, I'm in love with 2 airlines.
Team American, says Regina.
But American Airlines, Texas is there. Ain't that Texas hub? American Airlines, Dallas.
I think so. I just made silver status on Delta only to find out there are a few benefits over what I already have.
You know what sucks is? Sig doesn't even fly that often.
For Alaska Airlines isn't bad, and Delta. Yeah, we do have an Alaska airline flight that leaves out of here every 3 days or something like that. It's not much. Let's see here. I haven't been to that bus station. I have been to that bus station a couple of times. I bet your bathroom experience was eye-opening.
Oh
my God. I always price Southwest along with Delta when I take a flight. Prices are always pretty much the same.
The bathroom situation is you really just try not to make you're really just trying not to make eye contact with people.
Ooh, it ain't funny, but you laugh to keep from crying.
You really, because again, like I look like a tourist and I look like somebody who ain't about it. So you just got to make eye contact. Just keep your head down. Just mind your business. Go to the urinal and be like, turn around, go wash your hands, leave, put your head down.
That would have been a hand sanitizer trip for me the way you explained it. I'm like, pull out the hand sanitizer. I ain't got time to wash my hands in here. Delta for me. Wow, bro, that response says it all.
I'm again, country suburbs, only child, not a lot of friends growing up. Everybody around me was pretty. That I hung out with similar backgrounds. Like there was nobody, who was poor. Than it was just no. My cousins weren't like tough guy. Like
everybody was in the church every Sunday.
Yeah,
yeah. They had Brandon out like food. Dang, Brandon, you were going to have to fight that day.
Yeah, I'm not like
I'm a boy, Damon. That was gonna get you. That was gonna get you. I'm so glad you saved. I'm so glad you saved.
I can't be like Carlene, who grew up in the mean streets of DC here. Who knows what she saw on the way to school every day?
Not Carlene, who had a fight after the day she got her wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah. Who knows what Sig saw with the tumbleweeds on her 6 mile walk to school every day.
Not the tumbleweeds. All right, y'all. Before my husband made my friends break up with me. All right, we're gonna break out a new segment. Yolo said, "All my life I had to fight." We're gonna break out a new segment. We hope you guys like it.
PTSD about that. I really do. I get the shakes just thinking about it.
Ooh, okay, my bad, y'all. All right, so this new segment is called Choppy Waters. Okay, so
what does Six say?
Okay, Six said, "Don't laugh at that unfunny man."
Well, did you ride buses or did you walk miles to school? Which one was it?
Anyway, the new segment is called Choppy Waters. So Choppy Waters is just things that we find in the cruise streets, stories that are maybe a little bit crazy to hear about that happens basically on cruises, and just weird situations. And then we bring it and we discuss it. So this is our first ever. She said I was buzzed.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa, how are you?
Hey, thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Here.
I was buzzed.
I was buzzed, yes. So wait. She walked with no shoes uphill the snow both ways. All right, so let's get to it.
To the schoolhouse.
Our first segment of Choppy Waters. So what I'm going to do is read to you something I found online, and then I'll let you guys discuss, and then I will read the response. That's just for this one. It might be different next time, but this is 2 parts. All right, so this was found on Facebook, and it reads, I got kicked off of the Venezia yesterday, June 18th. I booked a TBA room and paid it in full. I was guaranteed a cabin. I arrived at the port and checked in before 11 a.m. I was told by guest services at the port that they were working on it and have a seat and that they will come and get me. The guest services representative told me after giving me a voucher for a free drink to go in the ship, have some lunch, and get a drink, and at 2 p.m. go to guest services on the ship for my cabin number. I got my boarding pass scanned and I walked into the ship. At 2 p.m. I went to guest services. They said no cabin yet. Came back at 3:20. The manager will be here by then. And that they should already have someone on the ship. At 3:20, they told me they were working on it and to come back at 4. When I got back, I asked to speak with the manager at guest services. The representative told me they were going to get a manager. The time is 4:30. Still no manager. I asked the guest services representative what happened to the manager. He told me, give me a second. I'm going to check. Minutes later, the manager came to guest services lobby where I was sitting and tells me, I'm sorry, we are overbooked and we don't have a cabin for you. I couldn't understand what was happening. I told him I had a guaranteed cabin and that I was told several times that they were working on getting it. He then proceeded to tell me that I had a TBA cabin, not a guaranteed cabin, and that was dependent on availability, and they overbooked and didn't have a cabin for me, and that I needed to get off the ship. I asked why nobody told me that there was a possibility of me not having a cabin. Instead, they kept telling me to wait. He said, I'm sorry, it's overbooked. I asked him what was going to happen next. He told me there was going to be a manager on the gangway that will help me. He told me there was going to be a manager on the gangway that was going to meet me and explain what would happen next. He got my suitcase and walked me out to the ship's gangway. As soon as I walked out of the ship onto the gangway, approximately 4:50 p.m., they shut the cruise ship door. I was in tears, angry, stressed, and no answers, and in shock. Not only did I feel that the manager at the guest services was very cold and non-sympathetic about the situation, and the fact that I had to walk out of that ship from a planned vacation, a paid cabin, but that they did it in a public area. Everyone within reach heard and saw the conversation. All eyes were on me, and I walked off the ship. By the time I arrived home at 9 p.m., I had 2 hours drive back home with all the emotions and all the tears. I'm emotionally drained. Did I mention that I had medicine that I needed to refrigerate? And when I got home, the ice packs were melted and the medicine was warm. So if I really needed vacation today, I really needed a vacation. I am stressed out and very disappointed in how Carnival treated me today as a guest and a person. What do you think? First of all,
Shout out to you for reading that seamlessly, because I looked over and saw that. I was brought in. I was like, I don't know why she just didn't like cliff notes this, because there's like two large paragraphs. I'm like, I love you, but I know sometimes you get a little
I do get
so shout out to you for reading that.
I appreciate that. So first of all, put a 1 in the chat if you knew there was such thing as a TBA cabin. Because I am as a travel agent, I have heard of wait lists, but maybe that's why I'm assuming a wait list cabin and a TBA cabin is the same thing. I've never heard anybody call it a TBA cabin. So that's the first thing. If you've heard of a TBA cabin, drop a 1. If not, drop a 2. Let's see here. Nope. Can't do it. OCD.
So you're gonna break the second part down?
Yes, I'll break the second part down. I just want to get the comments. She didn't have a cabin number when she got on the ship. How far should you wait for a cabin when it's TBD? Okay, so from the definition of what I got, the understanding of what I got of a TBD or TBA cabin is you actually go to the ship without a cabin, an assigned cabin. If nobody shows up for a cabin, you go through, you have lunch, you enjoy the ship's festivities, you do all the things, you have drinks on the ship. Once the ship get ready to sail away and they stop the boarding process, if not everybody has not gotten on the ship, you have a cabin. That's your cabin. If everybody's gotten on the ship, we'll see you next time. That's the definition of a TBA cabin. Oh, wow, that's heartbreaking. They made him pay for an involuntary standby. That is sad. Did they throw their bags off the ship afterwards?
Yeah, like, where's their luggage go?
They said they went and got them. So they must have an area for people who don't have cabins where they put their luggage. Because the way he explained it, it's a male. The way he explained it, they got his bags rather quickly. Let's see here. Right, where were their bags? First episode of Choppy Waters. Yes. First of all, what is TBA cabin? What's the difference between that and guarantee?
No, now you've been reading stuff right all day long.
What the heck? I didn't want that on it. What the heck? What the heck is a TBA cabin? This is a good one. Thanks, see? So Kathy B said 2. Go ahead.
All right, are you gonna explain her?
Yeah. I'm gonna go back because it's actually the second part. It's more.
Okay.
It's more detailed. Yellow said 2. So even some people who are travel agents have never heard of a TBA cabin. I thought I saw a TBA cabin listed somewhere. I've never seen it. I've seen waitlisted, like even for Royal, I've seen waitlisted. I've never seen TBA. That was just new to me. 2, I'm not booking a cabin that I can't select a cabin number for. Let's see. Oh, apparently I put a 2 in the chat. Kristen says she. Yep, that's standby. Yellow said 2. Regina said 2. Kristen, that part, I have never booked a guaranteed cabin and don't plan to. Now, I have, but not anymore. Yeah. Not anymore. So it's standby like a plane, but is there another ship on the way? Leo. Daggone it, Leo. Daggone it, Leo. That only works with someone who lives across the street from the ship.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming from another state. I'm not doing that. I feel like there should be some clear terms and conditions. TBA, sip and see, you depart before sail away.
Hey, like if you just want a quick little, something to do for an afternoon.
It was them closing the cruise door behind him for me. My man said as soon as I got the ship, they closed the doors. That was waiting for him to get off. He was the last thing. Like that was really waiting for him to get off so they could sail away.
That's really got to be a kick to your self-esteem.
I mean, that's probably why he cried on the way home. He said he cried. The way he got kicked off the ship sounded like a sheriff eviction. Regina said, I've just heard of waitlisting versus guaranteed.
Sir, I'm need you to come with me.
I would do a sip and see on Icon. That part. I would too. Yeah, because because they drove home in 2 hours. Yeah. I would do standby because I'm here. Wouldn't fly for it though. Right. That's for somebody who lives in state. I am dying over here. Parker's gonna go. Hey, how are you?
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Okay, so here's part 2. Part 2 is the response from Carnival's guest services. My name is Blank, and I'm with Carnival's guest care department. I'm reaching out to you today regarding the unfortunate incident that occurred on your booked cruise where you weren't able to sail. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and disappointment that likely resulted in this situation. Carnival utilizes sophisticated revenue management and booking tools to get us to our goal, every departure being full, factoring in such data as last-minute booking patterns, no-show trends by seasonally in specific markets, and anticipated needs for guest cabins related to maintenance and servicing. There are times during a very busy travel season where the ship is heavily booked and staterooms are unexpectedly taken out of service because of maintenance issues. We also have a discounted fare category where the stateroom is to be assigned TBA, which is a category you had reserved. TBA guests can board a ship, enjoy lunch, and may not get their room assigned until shortly before departure. In the vast majority of cases, if our cancellations indicate that we might not be able to accommodate all booked guests, we reach out to guest services ahead of time and offer them a refund and future cruise credit to sail with us another time. And the matter is easily resolved. On the extremely rare occasions where a guest is on board and there are no available staterooms, our policy is to provide a full refund, a generous future cruise credit, and a cash reimbursement to cover out-of-pocket and incidental expenses. Unfortunately, our goal with every cruise is to sell a full ship. Ultimately, our goal with every cruise is to sell a full ship and to give our guests a great vacation. We think we succeeded at this better than other cruise lines out there. And on those atypical instances where there are an anomaly of booking in our booking system process, we are prepared to make it right with our guests. What you think?
I'll just say this and won't go into any detail. I think if you live an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours away from the port, it's worth a shot.
I will say this without going into any detail. We are not on the Sunshine. We are not on the Sunshine. They would have had to assign me a spot room. I ain't going. I ain't leaving without you. I don't want to be free. She said, put me in the spa. I ain't leaving. They were pulling those bags while giving him the runaround. You don't do TBA during peak season. And no. And you don't do guarantee either. No, you just don't. How do you book those so that I can stay away from them? I've never even seen them. I have never seen a TBA cabin. I've seen guaranteed. I've seen waitlist on Royal. I've never seen TBA with Carnival.
Might be a good exercise just to call them and see if you can.
How to avoid booking a TBA cabin? Because I've just never seen it.
If you actually want to book a TBA cabin. Some people might actually want to book one of those.
Why? Because all the perks?
You told me not to go into detail.
That letter sounds like they gave themselves a pat on the back for job well done. It did, didn't it?
Sophisticated.
We pride ourselves. Y'all pride yourselves in the kicking people off of cruise ships. Why you even let me on the ship? Because at this point, this is just a travel agent tour with lunch. Now I gotta get on the ship before it sails.
But at least you do get a full cash refund.
What happened to you? I'm so sorry.
No, we're just reading a story.
No, it wasn't us. It was a story. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. See, can't afford that kind of mistake. Well, they'll give you a cash reimbursement for your travel
and a future cruise credit
and a generous future cruise credit. That is a diabolical cruise industry tactic.
Right, they pieces of trash. Like, not pieces of trash, but like,
how much lower cost is it? I've never seen it, Liam. I wish I could answer that. So for me, I feel like that's maybe just something they offer for people who live in Florida, because I've never seen that while booking someone.
But Forensi's not in Florida though.
Forensi is not in Florida.
Forensi's still in New York.
Forensi is in LA. Venezia.
Yeah.
So
Forensi.
Maybe somebody who lives in LA. Maybe that's a state if you live in state of that port, because I've never seen it. She needs the spa after that. No way. Not the spa. Let's see. They're willing to risk having to pay refunds, future cruise credits, and travel expenses, all to have a fully booked ship. Yep.
Well, I can tell you, Greyhound doesn't do that. Greyhound is like, hey, here's some store credit. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do Greyhound again. I don't know what to tell you, bro. We're not giving you a refund.
Nah, you can use it on another.
I can absolutely tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I will never, and The Rock means never, ride a Greyhound bus again. I will never even go to the website again.
I need a cabin number. Yeah, yeah. Normally, a guaranteed is never a problem. In many years, I've never seen a problem with that. Those TBAs, never heard of them.
Again, I wouldn't mind calling Carnival like, hey, how do you book this? Just to see what the like.
And who do you offer them to?
Yeah.
Because how are people getting those? Now, the crazy thing is, after I saw this story today, I was watching YouTube and somebody was doing like cruise news. Okay. So this happened to another person. They were booked on the Freedom this week. This happened to another person. They were booked on the Freedom. They got on the Freedom. Same exact thing happened. But you know what else happened? The Glory was docked next door. Now, they had booked the interior on the Freedom. Same thing. Same exact thing. TBA cabin. The guest services manager came and was like, listen, I'm going to take you myself to the Glory, and we're going to put you on the Glory. Now, they got some money back. They told them they had to call the 1-800 number, though. They got some money back, but they got on the Glory because it was 1 day shorter cruise. It was a 4-day, not a 5-day. They got put on the Glory in a balcony cabin because they had the room.
That sounds like a good come up to me.
I mean, it's a come up.
And you can offer ship that there's a better than decent chance might catch on fire to a decent ship.
That probably won't. I'll take it. So apparently, yes. So apparently that happened there. Apparently that happened on 2 other Carnival ships this week, and it happened on a Royal ship where the ships were oversold and people got put off the ship. So that's 4 cruise ships this week. When we tell y'all that these cruises are booking a year, 2 years in advance, travel agents ain't just talking. We tell y'all because now it's starting to happen. When we tell y'all to book early, even down to us, well, y'all know we love a last minute cruise. Even us, we have to do due diligence now and book early because cruising is popular. Really popular, and people are starting to cruise more often, and people who never cruised before and don't really understand and are just going online and booking anything, they're coming out of the bushes. Everybody want to get on a cruise, and pats on our backs to us YouTubers who like made this amazing, but also there's a bottleneck in cruising now, and there's no cabins anywhere. Like you're gonna find one, or you're gonna pay for it. So it makes sense now to book a year and 2 years out. Like you just have to do it, because if not, you're in this situation. And yes, it may seem to me, it just seems like if you live in that state, if you're willing to gamble with it, that's fine. If you know you can do something else, like you almost have to have a plan B just in case. Well, you know what? If I can't get on the ship, at least I can go to Disney, or I can do something like you. Almost have to have a plan B in case something happens with your cruise now. Let's see. Yeah, Regina, there's everybody understands standby. Royal is even sending casino offers guaranteed cabins. Nope. It should be illegal to sell when you don't have rooms, cabins, seats, etc.
Yeah, Greyhound.
If a TBA council send them to Parkers on the Go's dog bowl, what? Those are flying off the shelves. I pay a price for them.
We have dog bowls?
I didn't know we had dog bowls.
I mean, we have a dog.
We do have a dog.
He has a bowl.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good to know we need to have a line of dog bowls.
Yeah, marketing.
Yeah, so that was definitely a weird situation. Just like we said, just knowing that cruising is definitely different than what it used to be pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. Now we're like post, and last year was like everybody getting out the house. This year is everybody has left the house. Ain't no just your dog outside on your beloved lawn. Yeah, that's everybody dog. Yeah, this is dog. Yeah, everybody dog stopped. We saw somebody dog stop a minute ago, but he stopped in the lawn next door. But yeah, so cruising is definitely different. Things are definitely changing. Now we got to worry about stuff like TBA cabins that we didn't never have to worry about before. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Like, is this something that you think is going to continue to happen? Do you think cruise lines are going to like buckle down on this? Or is it like, hey, I'm going to keep doing this because it gives me a chance to have 100% full sailing?
What would it take for y'all to be like, okay, I'm cool with book? Like, if you get a full refund in a substantial cruise credit, like what's the number on a substantial cruise credit?
A substantial? Yeah, I need at least 100%, 50%.
50%?
150%.
Oh, I'm about to say, because I was like 50%.
No, that's trash. No. Yeah. No, I need a little bit over, or at least like something. Like, you got to give me 150%. But if you booked it knowing that's what it was, that's something different, I think. I thought people were complaining about inflation, how people have money to book up these ships.
Well, that's kind of not fair, because people might save up to take like one trip a year.
Yeah.
So it's not that you have like hella disposable income. It's just people book that one trip a year. All they have enough for, Liam, is that one trip a year. Like, because I get calls all the time about doing stuff for vacation.
Yeah.
So people, there's different ways. There's different ways to pay for cruises. You don't just throw $1,000 at a cruise all at one time. If you got it like that, and that's cool.
Right.
But people either save up because this is the one trip they're taking a year, or they're making some type of payment plan, or putting it on a credit card or something like that. Right.
I think you just booked 3 or 4 months prior inside. That's not much left, and they raise the prices for sure. No, they're going to raise the prices. If the closer you get to book, it ain't no more waiting until the last minute and the price is going to drop because they're trying to sell out the ship. The ships are sold out months in advance. So it's no more like waiting like you used to be able to just hop on 2 days before. That's not a thing anymore, especially during the summer. When kids are out of school, that's not a thing. Like, ships started selling out in May because school lets out in some places during that time. So you got to think, like, for us, April is spring break. For other people, April, we wrapping up the school year. Like we get ready, and first, second week of May, we done. So it's different everywhere. So people like these cruises are selling out, and there's not a lot of like wiggle room here. Like especially during the summer because we have like our friends. Most of our friends here are teachers. They can't really cruise where they want to until the summertime. You know what I mean? Like, and then they got to be in school with our kids. So then when our kids are gone, they're going to be gone too. Like, things are just different. It's just not the same way. So, before the pandemic, cruising was for old people. Now cruising is for everybody. Ain't no old people cruise. We all going to get on the ship. Like, we all going. So we coming one way or another. Even booked earlier, but not later than... full refund and future cruise credit on board credit and on board credit. Yeah.
How much is the future cruise? Do you need? You say you need $150.
I need at least $150. I need at least 100%, 150% of future cruise credit because at some point it's got to be worth the risk of not going.
Yeah.
Nope. Right, and if that was my one, if that was your one, right, cruises are getting very expensive. They are, and then for you to just pay all this money out for a chance not to be able to go is crazy. Like I'm like, give me the cabin number. I need 1,000% like a bad payday loan to book a TBA. We book in advance and save. You have to now. Like it's just no wait until last minute.
There's absolutely no reason anymore to wait to the last minute. Like you have to think these things months. You have to do it months in advance.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure. Some just once a year, and some of them do go a lot, but not everyone. Yeah, everyone does not get that option. So. Let's see here. I've been looking for a last minute deal. Feels like now that I'm here, there's
I've seen some like last minute deals if you want to consider like August a last minute deal. Like, but if you're looking like, it's a Monday, you're like, man, I want to go on a cruise this weekend. It's like, nah.
Yeah. Yep. Last day of school here tomorrow. See?
Damn.
Kids still in school. It's July.
But you also remember like they don't go back to school till like September.
Oh, this is true. See, our kids go back to school in August. So they don't go back to school till like after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Shoulder season is creeping up in price too. Shoulder season is my jam.
What shoulder season?
So like after summer, like after the kids go back. So like I would say September through like October. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because October is like also like hurricane season.
Yeah.
Right? So
it's like the end of hurricane season, but September is like for some reason they're cruising like peak. So people really don't like the book in September, except for apparently cruise content creators because you willing to take that chance. But yeah, September people try to clear away from because for some reason right before the end of hurricane season they get real active, especially in the Gulf. Like the Gulf already got a system out there right now. Let's see here. Not that. My mom used to live on last minute flights, but they don't even exist anymore.
No. Yeah, like I tried like just for example. Let's look for a flight that goes to Orlando next Thursday. Just for lasting, just for let's just say July 1st. It's actually not bad. $75 on Frontier.
No, that's really not bad. You're not proving your point.
158 on American.
Yeah.
So because we obviously have to buy things in double and sometimes triple, that's almost $500 to us after certain fees and taxes and all that stuff. But that's still $500. Like that's $500.
Yeah. So apparently it's gonna have to be on my own terms because Brandon ain't doing it. No, we've already talked about it. I'm gonna have to drive to the airport and walk up to the Spirit counter and was like, give me 5 tickets for $75 like Raquel and make it right. I want it to be 5 tickets for $75. I need that to happen. I need to see if I can get airline tickets that cheap because she be talking about it and I just don't see that happening. Now we're gonna try and just see. Just like give us like however many tickets we need to Orlando. I don't know what that was about. You take a risk. The closer to sail away you get, the more they should increase the incentives because your chances of getting a cabin are decreasing.
They don't like. It's like, ha! You want to be on this ship? Well, pay me more money.
Gotta watch your new NCL Viva video. I'm done with them. They just declined every aspect. Sorry, they just fired 500 stateroom stewards. Every aspect of them say you just don't like NCL, do you? Boy, the NCL hate coming from you is strong.
I'm your biggest hater.
Okay, I hate when you talk.
I hate the way she dressed.
And speaking to them is impossible. Boy, T do not like.
If I catch a flight, it's gonna be direct.
Does this mean y'all might fly to Orlando?
No, I was just throwing out some random arbitrary dates.
I wish I would try to buy a flight a week out. I mean, up to maybe like 4 months ago, you could pull that with Frontier.
With Frontier, yeah. I mean, they have $19 flights, but when I went to go to the website to book something, it was like, it was $49. Yeah. I tried to buy 4 tickets today on Frontier. The base price is $49. Mm-hmm. Ended up being like $400 and some change.
Did it? $400?
Yeah.
Y'all, my bad. We late. We got into the comments. It is after dark, so any topics you guys want to talk about, feel free to drop them in the chat. We will talk about them. I think Brandon does have something tonight, but we're going to keep going through the comments. Let's see. Fire for what reason? What in the world? NCL has declined badly. You know what? And I'm trying. I really am trying to figure out because, like I said, we have met so many people on the ship and they just love it. And we'll meet 1 or 2 people like, I ain't doing this again. But I feel like if you have a cruise line and you're just like a ride or die for your cruise line, that's just it. Like, you're not gonna tell the royal people that they ain't nobody better than them. You're not gonna tell like the funnel heads ain't nobody better than Carnival. So at the end of the day, you find something you like, you just like it. It ain't nothing nobody gonna do to change your mind. But as for me and my house, we will not serve NCL.
I gotta do it again.
We gotta do it again. Well, yeah, we gotta do it again. But I am very close to saying it's just not mine, my cruise line. And I'm trying, y'all. I want y'all to know how hard we're trying to like MSC and trying to make it make sense to pay the money to try them again. I just can't pull the trigger. Like, we can find something. I just be like,
have to be on a different ship for like 3 days, maybe.
Yeah. I just,
and maybe that's where the problem lies. But no, I've heard that on the longer cruises, like maybe the shorter cruises, they just don't give.
You just gonna be hungry longer. You just gonna be hungry longer. I can't get past it. Just for NCL to save more money. I see Allegiant, Frontier, and Spirit desk at ROC, but no one is ever there when
that's on there. That's on brand.
Ghost Town.
That's on brand. There was just a fight at the Spirit counter. Yeah, there was a fight at the Spirit counter a couple weeks ago where, like, I showed you, like, where the desk worker got involved in the fight. He was throwing punches.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Let's see. I didn't care for my first NCL experience either, but I'll give them another try. Like that's what I'm saying. Because I don't even know that my Viva experience was bad. Like the food was good. I did like the cabin. Like we could have been I will say this. We did have a family interior. That don't mean nothing. To me, it's the same as an interior. So if they tell you a family interior, it's the same thing. 3 adults and 1 4-year-old at a time. And basically I had to sleep in the top bunk of a bunk bed and ain't nowhere to sit. It's just a room. It is literally just a room. So, but it was a nice cabin. Like the bathroom was nice. The shower was nice. Everything we look for, no shower curtains, all that good stuff. It was a nice cabin. It's just not built for people. Now, if you're a family, a literal like young family, small kids that can fit in the bunk beds, like I fit fine, but I just didn't want to have to climb into the ceiling. Like small kids, like between 5 and 9, and then like 2 adults, that's fine. But yeah, no. The ship was nice. It was confusing because I feel like they crammed a lot into a smaller space. And I know people say Royal nickel and dime stuff, but I feel like NCL does too. They all nickel and dime. Ain't no just one nickel and dime. MSC puts a bad taste in your mouth.
I think that's a joke.
I think it is. Kendrick Lamar concert was fire. Did y'all see it? He performed the diss track like 5 or 6 times back to back. And don't y'all know, my husband sat at the edge of the bed like a kid in a kid store, laughing and giggling, watching that. And I was like, you just in your zone, in your element. He was like, yep. Listen. Brandon is Kendrick's biggest fan. This rap beat makes him so happy.
I love it so much. Especially when it's the wop. Like,
and then the cameraman was on point with every wop.
Yes,
every wop was from a different angle. Wop. Oh, okay, cameraman. Every wop was from a different angle.
And then it's like it was the wop. Then he was like he started to say A minor. He would just do this little
A minor.
Oh God, I loved it. I need to be a better hater. I'm not hating hard enough. It was like the greatest. It was like one of the greatest things I've ever seen live in my life.
Yeah,
like it was just. It is. You got 20,000 people to call one man a PDF, and dance to it. And then you got like all these gang members, Bloods, Crips.
Hey. All these different sets.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. All just dissing the same guy dancing on stage. It was
together in unison.
Like
yeah. It made Brandon's night.
It did. Siobhan was back there bopping her head too.
Now. Oh no, I ain't saying it ain't a bop now. I mean, it's a bop for real, but it was just like just to see.
It's like, and the rest of the songs was like everything he put out last night was like, yeah, somebody said like, oh, I thought he didn't have all these.
No,
like,
he had a lot of music. Yeah. MSC. No. It's a no. Y'all missing out. You need a good week on MSC. 3 days is too short. Peter, you pick the ship.
We'll try.
And we will try it.
Well,
but we have not. We've just
even you can ask. I don't know if C's still here. I think Regina on that one. The millionaires.
I'm not sure.
But I know we spoke like Addie and Terry. Like they got off of the Melanin at Sea MSC cruise and got onto the Celebrity Ascent.
They ate everything in sight.
Ate everything because there was like we've been hungry for like a week.
Man, if I got to pay all this money to get on the cruise, I'm hungry. And I'm hungry to the point of come on now, where I got to hide food in my Peter. sis, I do love you. I need it. You got to tell us which ship. And it got to be in this continent. It got to be on this continent. You got to tell us which ship now. Because maybe we didn't get the right ship. Maybe it was just a bad experience. Maybe that's what it was. Only one I see is in Rio where you see the fireworks, but MSC. But when the shorter cruises suck, it doesn't make you want to. Right, that's the problem.
It's like what came first, the chicken or the egg thing. Are we having a bad cruise because it's just a 3-day and they don't care, or are we having a bad cruise because it's legitimately how they are, even though they're 7-day cruises?
Right. I watched a Margaritaville cruise this morning and was blown away. I would never. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Marissa. We had a good time. The ship was in bad condition.
It was not great now.
If they had I don't even care about the ship being a newer model. If they had fixed some of the things, if they had fixed like the plumbing issue, that would have solved a lot of the problem. But they need to gut that ship, the plumbing in that ship, and put new plumbing in.
And there's a lot of stuff we didn't show you because my wife's just not that type of person. And as Kendrick has, you gotta be like, it's not even hate. It's just like whatever your truth is, you gotta say it. And like, I know you weren't specifically looking for that. Maybe I was, but even like you held me, you held me back from saying stuff. What is it?
The Perry toilet.
Did we just become best friends? Yup. Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Hey, welcome to the team. Or is that Will Dollar Sign? We're gonna call you Willis until I can see it. Hey, welcome to the team. Team Honey Buzz. Thanks for joining me. I see that. You got more room now for activities.
Yeah, but I really want this cup holder next week.
If we change the scenery, we're still working on our studio. We gotta make some decisions. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't like I said. There's a lot of stuff we didn't show you that we could have shown. There's one, like my wife. She's not a, God bless her, she's not a proper hater here. It's the stuff that she wanted to show that was just like, even I was like, wait a minute. No, we're not. I don't.
Like, you want to go all in? Let's go all in. I go from one extreme all the way to the next. It ain't no middle ground.
And if it was me today, learning from Cat Williams and Kendrick Lamar, I would have done it.
I know. You're right. I'm figuring it out, though. I am figuring it out. I know it just took a minute. Honestly, part of MSC's strengths is its itineraries.
Like, we like that private island. Like we like the fact that we stayed there overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was
we like everything about that.
Yeah.
We were like, cruise lines don't do this enough.
No.
We just like, and actually we ate better food which I don't understand. It's the same thing. We ate better food on a private island than we did on the ship. It was hot. They need more shade, but like we had a good time. We had a good time on the private island. It was when it was time to get back on the ship. That I don't know. We'll try it again.
And they have beautiful ships.
Yeah, the ships are gorgeous. We'll try it again. We will try it again. We lost weight on MSC, but we want to give them another try, a different ship, of course.
And they tried to mirror the Newark ship, right? Out of New York.
Was it Marabilia?
I think so.
Because we were actually supposed to be on that. Yeah.
So the fact that's their newer ship and they're feeling that way, it's just like that doesn't give me very much hope.
Yeah. I just if you're doing the Caribbean, no. I'm sorry. If just doing the Caribbean, I just read like 50 pages. If just doing the Caribbean, the other lines do have an edge, but 3 of our 4 MSC cruises left from overseas.
And they are a European international company. So therefore, they have things a little bit more locked down and kind of tied together.
Yeah. Are all of the complaints for one MSC ship or multiple? For us, it was a one and done situation. Just because it was the extreme on that one.
But we've heard it from multiple.
Like if you go back on our MSC series and just read the comments, unfortunately, it's not that particular ship. It's all over the line.
It's across the board.
It's across the board. But also, like we said, we don't say our experience is going to be the same for everybody because our experience could be different than yours. But also, I don't also feel like what I don't like is people saying, "Oh, well, you should have booked the yacht club." Why do I have to have the yacht club to be treated decently? If that makes sense. Like, if I pay my money to get on the ship, still treat me the same way. I don't know. Let's see. It is multiple. Let's see. But think about it. The same can be said for Carnival. Yes, and we're not discrediting that. We're not discrediting that. Same could be said for Carnival. Same could be said for Royal. Like there's people that just don't like Royal. We understand that. We won't ever cruise on Conquest again. We just don't like that shit. Like never. Our last experience on Conquest was just like, you ain't got to. I don't care who. It's enough. Like
never. Ever
and
again.
If you go back, like even last year, we were in our lives and people were asking us, "Have you ever had a bad cruise?" Up until that MSC cruise and that Conquest cruise, the answer was no.
I hated the Conquest cruise.
Yeah, Brandon was miserable.
So what happened later that week was just that was inevitable.
Yeah,
to happen because
the flight came off of the Conquest, so that just
I had a bad travel week.
Yeah,
like even getting down there on the Saturday before the cruise, we had a little weather issue where we had to fly around, and we're 2 hours delayed. So that whole week just kind of set me in I was in a bad mood all week.
So I just got to pick one and hope for the best.
Basically. And again, I would recommend going back and watching our series from MSC. But it was a hit of something that we won't 100% get into. But there was a hit of us not being treated well that has led to, because we can deal with bad food that happens everywhere, but it was kind of how we were treated that's leading to that formed our opinions.
Yes. Yeah. I ain't even want to deal with the bad food, but I can get over bad food versus bad treatment. So yep, I was on the Hunger Game cruise. Everyone that was on MAS that got on the Ascent said that they were hungry.
Yes.
Every single person.
Carlene had 3 bowls of macaroni and cheese.
She was sitting in the corner like somebody was trying to take her plate.
She was like, I can either go to this party
or I'm gonna give me some.
Or I go get me some more macaroni and cheese. She chose some macaroni and cheese.
I enjoyed my 4 days on a Magnifica. I bet you did. You sat at a bar for 4 days and you got spoon-fed drinks.
But it was so weird. When we got on the ship, we met the coolest bartender.
We did. It started out so good.
I was like, okay, this is going to go well. And then we got to our cabin and it went all downhill from there.
Little did we know, it didn't start off well, but we just were so excited we overlooked it. Because when my man scanned us on board and he didn't want to give me back your card, even though I understand, sir, please. Please, sir. This is just, but it was the way he did it. It wasn't the action. Because I can understand if you had just said to me, to get on the ship, he has to have his own card. I can understand that. It was the way you. But yeah, it all seemed like it was going to be great. Kickback cruise on World America.
I need somebody to do a test run on that first. So I need somebody to go run recon.
She said, on the Go Yellow said, I'm down. Let me circle back to y'all after we cruise World America.
Let me spin the block.
Let's see. So it's Will. I'm gonna say Will S.
No,
or Willis.
Will $.
Okay, Will $. Okay. Yeah. Will $. We appreciate
like $.
Okay, Will $. You're right. Thank you for becoming a member, Will $.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We really do.
Sharon said, I got a deposit for the World America, Regina Davis. The only new ship I smell I can afford.
Yeah, and there were reasonable prices. We were supposed to do the inaugural, but that's Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, that's the same week. So it won't be back in time for us to still make it to Vegas. And we wouldn't be able to make that happen anyway. So we'll probably be on there a little. We'll let y'all try it out and then we'll get on it. Y'all can cruise World America with us, but then I'm not responsible for what y'all experience because I don't know what it's going to be like yet. We'll let you get on it, and then we'll go back and see.
Us just staring at Peter from across the dining room like, she got us eating this nasty ass food.
That daggone Peter told us to be on this shit. You see, don't be trying to break up.
But she's so nice.
Peter, trying to break. You see her?
I can't be mad at her.
Trying to break eye contact. She see me looking at her, and then she over there eating that fish. And what's the sauce on the fish, Peter? See, I know I went too far. My bad. I gotta come back. I gotta come back. I get in the mode. See, I can already see myself being mad. Let me just see how it go for y'all, Peter. Let me see how it go for y'all.
Peter, I apologize on behalf of my wife because I don't know what she was.
See, I was already taken to that point, and I ain't even on the ship. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, okay, no.
What?
You gotta read the comment.
I'm sorry.
Just get it together, Parker.
You read it.
Been in the bushes for a while. Finally got by a computer to join love your content.
Thank you.
Well, since this is your first time here, we like to do this as a. You know how this works. So I'm not even gonna. You get one of these. You know how we do. You already heard the spiel because you've been in the bushes, so you know how we do. But thank you, we greatly appreciate you, and hope you can join us more. We, like I said, we greatly appreciate that.
We do. They're doing the inaugural. It's April 12th. Yeah, because I remember the Aqua and the inaugural for the World America was like basically the same week.
Because they usually do WrestleMania like the first week in April, so that would have worked, but they moved it to like the third week in April, and that's just.
And that's the funny part. I haven't even been to Ocean K yet, and that's the part y'all like. It is.
It just needs more shade, and they need to keep the same itinerary where you stay there for
overnight. That overnight was
so great.
It was so nice. It was really nice. Like you didn't have to rush to get off the ship. You can get off the ship early, go back. When it got super hot, then get back off again. The lighthouse show was really nice. That little party on the beach, all of that was nice. I don't know. Memorabilia isn't.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not adept.
I'm not well versed in MSC. I just repositioned back to New York more. That's it, right? It just repositioned back to New York more recently. The Seascape is Newark.
Oh, okay.
Seascape, the newest, I think that's what we did for Melon at C 3.0.
Okay, so it's the same logic placed.
Ain't that what we did at Seascape?
No, we did Seaside.
Seaside.
If the newer ship can't get the food right, then what are we doing here?
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, cruises used to be for old people. I'm 71 and don't want to be in the young people way. Land-based sometimes look more attractive. Hey.
We thought about in July just taking a road trip up the East Coast. Visiting different
visiting y'all. Who's in what state? We're gonna stop at y'all house.
So Siobhan said, like, say I go rogue. But Siobhan this whole episode has just been going super rogue.
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
But we were thinking about taking a trip up the East Coast to visit like museums and monuments and just different landmarks. So that's also on the table.
Oh, Is it still on the table?
Maybe not anymore.
I was really looking forward to
You made
that.
your decision.
What?
You made your decision?
What that mean?
Do you know what that means?
No, I don't. I didn't make my decision. That was a decision you made.
What decision did I? No, you made a decision about what the alternate route is. The alternate plan.
We'll talk about it. Yes, I just watched. I remember. Yeah, the R word.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Yellow, I will say it is hit or miss. We have had food that wasn't seasoned well on MSC, but also other cruise line. I don't mind I can put seasoning on my food. When I don't recognize what I'm eating, that's the problem. Because I don't know what that bowl of gelatinous meat that was supposed to be a short rib was that gave me that. I just had to get up and leave. I'm not about to do this.
Yeah. See, the problem is like, at least on a cruise line, there's always one spot you like I can go to, and I can eat decent for however long I'm gonna be here.
Right.
On the seaside, there was not really that place where we can like, okay, I can go here and I can feel good about what I'm eating.
My best meal on that ship was breakfast. Because if you mess up breakfast, you're just not even trying. Breakfast ain't even hard. It's real simple stuff. Now, if you mess up breakfast, you're just not even trying. As I said in the Africa vlogs, that MSC food from Africa was the best we had. I remember you saying that. That's because they had somebody in Meemaw, grandma in the kitchen cooking. They use all the spices. I love y'all, Siobhan. No apologies necessary, Brandon. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sometimes I do I do go a little deep. Y'all got to pull me back.
I know sometimes you got to pop out and show people, but like you guys got to be in the right circumstances. You're
right. It really was Hunger Games. Good pizza. I did enjoy the bars and the lounge area. Being with the Melon at Sea crew really made it. I want to sail again on my own to really see what I think. Yeah, and that's sometimes that's the thing. Like you get on cruises and like when you're around people, the cruise is fun, but the cruise is fun because of who you're sailing with. But when you get on it on your own, it's like, is it a good ship?
That's kind of how I felt about Margaritaville at Sea, because like Sig was there.
But we went around Sig a whole lot. Sig did her own thing.
Like Sig was there, and then like the entertainment was really good. So it's like that kind of boosted it up. So was it the fact that we knew somebody there and the entertainment was good, or was it just if we didn't have any of those things, would it have been any good?
I don't know, Brandon. I don't know. I really don't know.
What's happening?
I'm booked and looking at other plans to forgo the book plans that week. Oh dang, sorry. I thought I answered the date question. Yes, April 12th. Now I have a third option in the pot. Y'all scared me. What's wrong with the conquest? My wife and I are going on her for her 40th on 4th of July weekend.
Okay, so if you like a turn up,
you're gonna be fine.
If you like a turn up,
all the time,
yeah,
consistently,
you're gonna be fine. Like
you turning up, the kids turning up, the underage kids turning up. Now, hey, different cruises have different personalities. Just because the ship has a personality does not mean that the sailing is gonna. Each sailing is going to have that same personality. Our sailing was turned up. Our sailing was also in the middle of June where everybody is fresh out of school and they're trying to cruise and get their vacation on.
Cheap cruise.
It was a cheap cruise. It was something to do. You know what I mean? Like, so the turn up was different. I mean, so like we know even like our own daughter, it is a party ship. It's just a party ship. It's a booze cruise. It's a 4-day cruise. It's gonna be a turn up regardless. Like, even our daughter was telling us that she like had to walk away from some kids in the kids club because they found somebody's ship card and they were just swiping. Like, they were breaking into, for some reason, the Conquest has it where the nightclub and the teen club, the arcade, is right side by side. So they was busting in the side door and they were all breaking into the nightclub, and then security couldn't find them. They were drinking, like underage drink. Like, we saw a lot of stuff. We just saw a lot of stuff, and we were just like, we've done this ship 3 times. It's enough. Like, it's enough. So you may have a great time. This was a year ago, the last time we sailed on this ship. That does not mean it's going to be the same, but like we said, every sailing is different. It just depends on who's on your sailing, but it is known to be a turn-up ship. I think the key with MSC is to know who the ship caters to before you go. They are really emphasizing that with TAs. They are stressing to qualify clients to be sure it's the right ship. But when you true. The problem is when a client is working on a budget and they see the prices that MSC is putting out, they don't really care. They want to cruise for $179 a person. They don't care. And they see a beautiful ship. And you can tell them all that you want to tell them. But you're advertising to people that I can get on a cruise for $179. I don't care who you are. $179 sounds great.
That's what attracted me.
It's amazing. When we got on the TA rates, we paid $300. That's amazing. I don't care who you are. You're advertising the price before you advertise anything else. So you're not saying in your commercials that MSC is for a certain type of people. You're showing families having fun. Families can have fun for $179. I know my family can. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know how you would do that. Like, you can tell people all day long. Like, I tell people all the time, when somebody asks me about MSC, my cousin, her family loves MSC. But they love MSC for the price first. They don't necessarily go on there for the food. They know they're going to be hungry when they get up there. But I literally asked her what attracts them about MSC. She said the price. They love the price. They don't want to pay any more money because they just don't. Like, they will drive to New York to get on MSC. They have driven to Florida to get on MSC. They won't try any other cruise line. She's trying to get them to try Carnival. She's trying to get them to do all these other things. They will not do it because of the price of MSC. People see price first. People don't see none of that other stuff. In this economy, people see price first. Yellow said me typing now. Yeah, the ship is nice, but the service, food hit and miss the entertainment non-existent food hit and miss and entertainment is non-existent. Customer service is lacking, especially when there's an issue. I would agree.
Is that my MSC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would agree. 2 years ago on NCL Joy, our chicken was raw several days. After that, we didn't want to eat. More than once, it's crazy.
More than once, and you give me my money back.
Yeah, more than once.
Because then at that point, you're trying to kill me.
You're trying to take me out. Like, more than once?
More than once is crazy. Is that sufficient enough? Like, I need some type of like reparation here.
Yeah. Because
I can get legitimately sick.
Yeah. True, Regina, for me, the guests were the biggest issue. Dining room staff was awesome. However, overall, I managed my expectations and had a good time. And I mean, you have to with all of them, but it's like, it just gets to the point where certain things you just can't overlook. It's like I said, and people ask us about Margaritaville, I will tell you straight up 100%, I am never wavered. We had a good time on that ship. The ship was in bad shape, but we had a good time on the ship. So some things can be hit or miss, but the entertainment, the staff, we had a good time. Like, food wasn't great, but it was better than what we had on MSC. Like, you know what I mean? So, Seascape breakfast was the best meal. You on your own after that.
I wonder, can you be like, order
breakfast to go, order room service and keep it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I did enjoy the games and the dueling pianos. The club scene was trash. It was as if they didn't realize the varying cultures on board. I'll try again though.
What do we do? We
didn't do the club because the deck parties were all the same parties.
That and it's like
they were super late,
and their entertainment staff was awful. Yeah. Oh my god,
non-existent.
Like there was a God bless her. There was a lady singing Tina Turner, and she couldn't get the words. She couldn't get the words right. Am I wrong about that?
No, she could not.
And then, like, the dancers were just out there, just casually, just flailing their bodies like this. Like, we're in a groove, man. Like, that was annoying. And then, like, they couldn't get Proud Mary. They couldn't get the dance right on Proud Mary. They was just, I don't know what they were doing. I hated the entertainment staff on MSC, other than the Michael Jackson show.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson show.
But that's not even like entertainment staff proper.
Yeah. My sailing had some nice entertainment. Michael Jackson show was fire.
Yeah.
It was. It was really good, actually. So what you're saying is that SIG boosted y'all experience on Margaritaville, huh? I knew it.
Next question.
You want to answer it?
Yeah, like being there with friends does help. I mean, she is a friend of my wife, so having friends there does help the situation, help the cruise.
It helps. Conquest was lit in January.
So
it don't turn off. She said, "Take your vitamin C now." Oh. Yeah. Where your mama? That's why. And you know how many times I asked that? And I'm quick to ask somebody where their mama at. Where your mama at? What are you doing? Like, I don't even understand. And it was like the mamas. It was literally like the mamas got on the ship with kids and was like, "See y'all on Friday."
Yeah, because some woman had to be like, this is like close to the last night. Is this where like the girl didn't have her phone on airplane mode?
She did not. The whole cruise, she did not have her phone on airplane mode until the cruise line, the phone company, I guess, sent her a message or something, and she was like fussing at her like, "You ain't leaving my side the rest of this cruise." I was like, "Girl, the cruise is over. She done had it on airplane mode now." To my mom, I didn't know. You were supposed to tell her. But you know why? You set her free when she got on the ship. And that was that. Because, Shay, turn that phone on airplane mode.
She did that one time. I'm like.
Well, she didn't. It wasn't on the ship. It was when we got off the ship. She asked me if it was okay. And I thought she had the same plan we had. So that wasn't her fault.
Nobody ran that by the B-man.
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Hey, Aaron Todd.
How y'all doing? Glad y'all came back. Danny B said, "What up, though? Parker's on the go. What's good?
What up, though?
What's going on, fam? We hope you're doing well. Want to go with Yellow. Awesome experience. Great food service. Several theme rooms to have tea in. Live violinist. Sorry, girl. I'm telling you, I thought I was in Bridgerton.
Where's this at?
I'm like, what did I miss? What are we talking about?
What did we miss?
Missed something.
I know she went to London. Is this in London?
It's gotta be. Oh man, I know it's nice. Yeah. I was eyeballing it. Yeah. Okay, so that's gotta be it. A time is had on Conquest. Club literally elbow to elbow on weekends. Is mellow. It mellows out a tad during the week, but really not extraordinary. Vibrant sail away, vibrant club, aside from its calm.
It's not for literally every aspect turning up. It's calm. And we couldn't even get we didn't have a proper sail away. Hey, Trevor, yes, we see that. Yes. They provided the comment.
Yes.
Thank you for being
here.
we didn't even have a proper sail away because it was raining outside. Because it's like, who is it? Is it because we had a string last year where just all our sailors got rained out.
Yeah.
I know Celebrity was just like, oh well.
Yeah. Margaritaville did an inside sail away. Celebrity was like, well, we don't have nothing if it rains. Oh well. MSC did an inside sail away. Carnival, Conquest did an inside sail away. Yeah, it was like our last 4 cruises of the year all were inside sailaways, which was crazy. That's true, Siobhan. It all depends on what's important. Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah.
I love MSC. Sorry. We all know what their MSC for itineraries, prize, and ship. Disney for service and experience. Price and ship. Disney for service and experience.
That is true.
That's very true.
Yeah. Because you're damn sure you get on Disney for a price.
No, you're not. Isn't some new law passed that January 1st cruises have to advertise all new prices? Like, yes.
And then California.
Yes, but once California makes it a law, that everybody just follows suit because they're not just going to do that for one thing. So they're not going to do it for one state; they do it for everybody. And some of the cruise lines are already doing it. So that's the thing. Like, even because I remember I was asking people like when they were getting on Margaritaville, let us know if they charge off for fuel at the end. So anybody that got on Margaritaville, did they charge off for fuel at the end? Like. Yeah, they're supposed to advertise everything, like you said, just like airline tickets. So because California passed it as a law, that everybody has to do it. The most turn-up cruise I've been on was Carnival Sensation. The most mellow cruise was the Jubilee. I think it's the port you leave from what makes the cruise what it is.
That is 100% certain, and I believe fact, because that was from Miami. Correct? Yeah. Like, we left for Norwegian Sky, we left from Dominican, and you would think there'd be like a high energy turn up, and it was not.
No,
it was very mellow.
Yeah,
until the last night,
and then we was in there just having a ball.
Yeah, we had fun last night, but a lot of it does depend on where you leave from.
I didn't see the MJ show, but the Cabaret Rouge was good. My son and I became part of the act.
I bet you did.
I bet you did, Leo.
Fan.
Edited earlier post. I love MSC prices too. I love Disney too. Although their prices are high, MSC for itinerary ships and price Disney for service and experience. Okay, gotcha. So you're right. You're still right. You're still right. Disney service is top notch. I've not been on a cruise that has beat it yet. Disney service is just top notch. If you're cruising in Disney, you're cruising for the service. And it's still that magic that leaves the parks, that you get on the parks, you still get it on the ship. So that's one thing I do like about it. Sailing on the Islander next Friday. Who else is booked?
We have not booked the Islander as of yet.
That's why I was asking about gas prices, because I want to know. Because I want to know.
You have to give them
20 on the tank. Because we had to put 20 on the tank last time.
Damn, man, we had to put. And it is not even like a joke. That's a real thing.
Yes.
We had to really give them $20 for gas money.
Yeah.
And it's like, we probably know that they do that for every cruise, but the fact that it's itemized out on your last night, it makes the joke of we had to give y'all $20 for gas.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Let us know who else is on the Islander. So because Aaron and Todd, I'm very interested to see what has changed from the inaugural, because there was a lot of different small complaints they weren't small. A lot of complaints about the inaugural. The biggest thing I saw was the tile that almost hit Edna and V in the head. That was interesting. The ceiling tile that fell. And then Bill was really up in arms about the food being cold and the sushi being warm, which was weird. And then I don't know if y'all seen, but go look at Warm Strong's like social media and his video. He did a cabin tour of his cabin, and he had a partially obstructed ocean view, and there was a full lifeboat sitting in front of his ocean view cabin, and you can only see like maybe 10-15% out of that window. You can see the water, and I was like, that's basically an interior. Like if I had booked an interior and got that, that's fine. But to book a partially blocked ocean view is crazy. And then a whole lifeboat sitting outside my window, no. Sig, the solo cruiser, is your friend too, Brandon.
As if.
Let's see, Aaron and Todd, we disembarked Tuesday. There were issues and potential, but we had a good time.
Did you have a good time because of the ship, or did you have a good time because there was a bunch of you had a bunch of people there who were cool people?
MJ show was great when we sailed MSC in 2017 too. So it's definitely tried and true, but again, different ship may deliver something different. No, it was good. Like it was like, good.
You're not going for you're going for the entertainment value. Then you don't go there to break down like the actual singing or the dancing. It's just like, man, you get to hear Michael Jackson songs, and some people dance to Michael Jackson songs.
Airplane mode.
Oh,
if you're going to the seafood shack on the Conquest, go the first 2 days. They run out of crab legs and crab cakes. Lobster rolls is fine. This happened, and I was on the Conquest for 2 sailings, and it happened on both sailings. The seafood shack ran out of seafood on both sailings. And like the first couple of days, it was just crab legs everywhere.
Are people just getting them to be getting them, or
Brent, they charge a lot of money. They ain't getting them. They was tearing them crab legs up. They was tearing those crab legs. I was like, I can't even remember. I think it was at Salem where Shay said one of her friends got some kind of onboard credit, and he went to the seafood shack and got crab legs. Come back smelling like crab legs.
She said he had crab legs like everybody, or was like a crab bowl or something.
He got like a seafood bowl, and then he came back trying to match with a girl with crab leg fingers.
You could.
No, once you get crab in your hands, ain't no licking them. No. Sketch where I did high tea in London. Oh, okay.
It sounds fancy.
It do sound fancy. It does. And that's the funny part. I haven't even been to Coco Cay yet. Oh, did it jump back up again? Yeah. Let's see. Down still.
Yes.
Oh, dang, it jumped all the way up. Sorry, y'all.
Down. Closer.
Am I here? No.
Okay.
MJ show, airplane mode on, or your life. Seafood. If you're going to Seafood Shack, sketch where I did high tea in London. Looking for blogs, Regina. I think I found it. Okay.
Yeah, Regina, did you vlog any of that, or were you just just vibing out?
It was tough to really get content. It was a work trip, so I was with co-workers the entire time, and our schedule was packed. I plan to go back again. That's understandable. Conquest probably gets 50% participation on Sailaway. Not for us. That bad boy was packed both Sailaways.
Yeah, so how was the Sailaway outside?
The one outside?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was packed. You don't remember the vlog? Well, anyway, it was packed. Like, it was a turn up. It was no room, really, to do anything. Sean and Key was there. Was on because we did a meet in our cruise. Yeah, it was packed.
I was there, but I just wasn't.
You didn't. Nobody didn't see you.
No, nobody saw me.
Half the ship showed up.
Even half the ship is
a lot. Yeah, it is a lot.
Hey, Marjorie. I don't know if we
Hey, Marjorie, how are you?
We say, hey, Marjorie, but if we did, we're sorry.
Not on the Islander. You're not gonna go on the Islander?
No, we know her pretty well tonight. And I am not mad at you.
I'm not either, because I'm still trying to get in that Disney hotel. I have no interest. No fuel charge on the Islander. Okay. Good. Okay, because now they got to put it up front. Margaritaville was trying to challenge Royal and social media inaugural marketing. They did okay. They ain't get Royal okay, but they did okay.
Yeah, they did get okay. Where these inaugurals for content creators is getting that's scary hours, bro.
Yeah, over that.
It's just not if you don't have your content up within like 3 to 5 days, like it is
cut it.
Yeah,
you might as well cut it.
Not cut it, but it's like you're not gonna get what you thought you got out of it.
Oxymoron, sushi hot and hot food cold. That's what he said. Bill was up in arms about that thing because he was like, "Man, you trying to get people sick, basically eating hot sushi." Because I guess they got some kind of like sampler platter with the sushi or something. I don't know. Don't start me lying.
That was an after dark joke to be made there, and I'm not gonna make it.
Thank you. I see
even though it's after dark, you should lighten up a little.
I see vlogs where people are tearing them up.
Like shake your head like that. You've been really on one tonight. You've been really like you really feeling yourself tonight. You know, they say you lose calories, like laughing. I want like you.
I had to lose at least 2 pounds. Is Seafood Shack that good? When I was on Sunrise, that place was packed every single day. I ain't about to give. I'm gonna tell you what. Now this is just kind of how I am. Call me cheap. Now, dag nabbit, if there's some free food around, I'm not. I'm just not about to pay that. Especially if I can wait till lobster night.
Bad food, you know. I mean, I'm not about to pay for bad food when there's free food. Like with Playmakers, yeah, I don't care if that's free food or not. I'll eat Playmakers if I could every day. But to get like mediocre at best seafood when there's other free food around, no.
But and also, I just can't play with it anyway because of the shrimp. But at the same time, it's just I'm not. I grew up around seafood, so I ain't that pressed to have it. If that makes sense. Like I grew up on the coast, so like seafood was almost every meal. I'm not pressed to have it. I need to try it. What's wrong with crab leg fingers? Ain't nothing wrong with it, Liam, unless you trying to mac on a girl. Liam.
There's another joke, but I'm not gonna make it.
Seafood Shack is good, and prices aren't outrageous.
Yeah, I only really do. For me personally, Seafood Shack isn't worth it because I don't really do seafood like that. And really, the only seafood I would do is like grilled shrimp.
Basically,
yeah.
Marjorie, I ain't got the stamina for it. We might have to do a marathon one night if we get like close to our 10,000 subscriber goal or something. We'll just stay online.
If we get to like 9,060 or 70.
9,960
or 70.
So if we get within 50 subscribers of our goal, we'll do a stream where we just stay on until we hit that 10,000. The 10,000 is our next goal. We're at 72.52 or something like that.
Something about right.
Yeah. The sail away was super packed.
For Islander?
Yeah. Exactly half the ship showing up is 1,500 people versus 1% on Royal.
That is true because Roy people were like, I can take this or I can leave it. I'll stay for a couple minutes, see what it's about, and I'm gonna go do something else.
I'm cheap, but I pay for what I like and I want.
Touche, my name, sir.
And mad convenience.
Yeah, I've really learned that over the last year or so. It's just to pay for
pay for the convenience. I went on NCL Sun a couple of years ago. It was my worst cruise by far. Food was horrendous.
NCL is really not making a case for itself.
Jeez. Almost 50 likes. Hit the like button. Hey, where Miss Deb at?
I was going to say this earlier, but you've been, you've been the way you have been.
I'm sorry.
I was going to ask where Miss Deb was missing tonight.
Yeah, I hope she's doing all right.
I knew this early, but I just couldn't. I just didn't say anything.
Y'all check on Miss Deb. I hope she all right. Liam, thank you so much for stepping in the gap. We appreciate you filling in. Oh, is that the bottom? Oh,
at the bottom?
Look at that. Yeah, we're at the bottom. Oh, at 9:59.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. All right, so we're about to get out of here because it's almost 10 o'clock, and I have to work tomorrow.
Is that how you signed it?
I'm sure that was incorrect, but next week we are doing the Icon video.
Y'all can jump in and jump out whenever y'all want. That is 3.5 hours long.
But we're still going.
We're going to premiere it still.
We're going to premiere because Siobhan likes to premiere it.
Not the bottom. Not the bottom. That was not the bottom. Oh, thank you, Liam. Liam said that was not the bottom. I hope it happens. I hope it happens. It's not happening, Liam. I don't know what to do. Also, Liam. Sorry, Brandon got it. Brandon got it. Make it happen. This is so awkward.
They gotta fade it in and out.
Oh.
Copyright reasons we have to cut.
Oh man, I was about to get into it too. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Liam. We appreciate. What a button! Why didn't it happen? See, I'm about to get rid of this. We're going back to restream next week because they ain't doing right. Have a great week, everyone, and look forward to the premiere. Thank you. Todd. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know.
Plenty dollars. Can we get?
I thought you.
It don't matter. It's over. Yes, Yellow is 3. It's about 3 hours and 18 minutes. Pop in, pop out, put it in the background, let it play, do what you need to do. We appreciate you all.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show people. We appreciate you all. Thank you all. This has been a great night. We hope you like Choppy Waters. If you have anything that you see and you want us to talk about on Choppy Waters next week, feel free to send it to us and we will talk about it. But in the meantime, in between time, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Parker's out.